Hello, everyone, and welcome to the stream. Tonight we have 4 guests here with us. I'm going to let them introduce themselves, going from Sammy to Darius. So, Sammy, you want to start us off?
What's going on, guys? You know me, built to thrill. That's really all you need to know at this point.
Hi, it's Luke. I have a YouTube channel, No Limits Luke. You might have seen some of my coasters. I also work at Six Flags Great Adventure. Next year, I'm going to be a unit supervisor. Not sure at which ride yet, but...
I'm Aaron, the Jersey Devil Aaron from the Jersey Devil Coaster.
I'm Darius Jones at Nerdy by Nature, oldest guy in the group.
Yes, by quite a bit.
Thanks, Colin.
You're very welcome. So for the stream tonight, we're going to do it a little differently. So we're going to get to the questions in the chat a little later. We're going to start with a few topics I've set aside for us to cover first, and then we'll get to all of your questions. So send them in, and we'll get to them later on in the stream. But first up, we're going to talk about Great Adventure's opening day because, as I'm sure you all know by this point, Great Adventure has officially confirmed now that they are opening on March 16th for the 2024 season, which is, as far as I know, the earliest they've ever opened for the season, which is really exciting. It's the first time I'm almost able to go to the park on my birthday, so that's pretty cool. But I want to ask you guys what you think the park is going to look like come opening day, how much of the 2024 stuff will be ready, what the construction timeline is looking like for those projects, and how much of the park will be open versus not open, because obviously last year there was quite a few closures on opening day. It was more so half the park that was open, half the park that was closed. So we'll start with Sammy. What do you think Great Adventure's opening day is going to look like for 2024?
So at first I'd like to say, Colin, I'm liking the new setup on the stream with the GAD opening day and the blue background. It looks really nice.
Thank you.
But so yeah, off to Great Adventure opening day. I think because we're opening so early this year, I think we are going to still see some areas closed. I think the biggest one that's going to be closed is the Heroes, which is Wonder Woman, Justice League, Cyborg, because you're going to have Flash going on. I think they'll try to get it open as soon as possible, but I think we should kind of give them like the benefit of the doubt that they're trying to get a new coaster open. And with the backstage area being right there, it's a great spot for pieces to be coming in and out. So I think it's best to keep mindful that that area is going to be closed. And I think we could also see Frontier Adventures also be closed for opening day because of log flume construction and things like that. But I think that won't be open too much later, like Memorial Day this year. I think it'll be more open like late April, early April. Off to Luke.
I don't think it'll be as bad as last year, where like El Toro was closed, Medusa was closed, Runaway Mine Train, all that at the start of the season. Hopefully Kingda Ka and El Toro will be open because those are my favorite rides. But like definitely, I think Nitro, Jersey Devil, everything. I mean, from what I know, everything should be open. I think.
Yeah, everything should be open.
Well,
Sam, you think they're gonna close off Heroes so they can like do construction?
I mean, I've heard the rumor kind of go around that it could happen, but I think giving them the benefit of the doubt that if they do like need an area to close off, that's the best one to do.
Oh yeah, that pathway is definitely gonna be closed.
Yeah.
I don't know that. I think it's going to be cut off right at Cyborg. So I think they'll have a little bit of a buffer. I'm not sure they'll close the entire section down, but obviously Cyborg's off limits. I don't think Ka's going to be opening day. If I'm a betting person, I think it's a little too cold for Ka to be, operating in March, and it'll probably be down.
Personally, if I had to take a guess, I'm going to say Cyborg will definitely be closed. I wouldn't be surprised if they cut everything off right past the Metropolis Bridge. I could see them keeping the VIP lounge open, but then keeping Justice League closed and Cyborg closed. I think that would make a lot of sense. And obviously, Showcase has no reason to be open that early. As for the rest of the park, I think Toro and Ka should be open. I mean, they post Toro all the time on their Instagram, so I would hope it'd be open for opening day. Of course, King Ka is one of their most notable coasters. I could see Medusa and Mine Train not being open for opening day because, like Sammy said, Log Flume's construction. I also think that brick pathway is not going to be open come opening day quite yet. They're still accepting orders for bricks, and as far as I know, that's going to keep going into the main season. So I'm not sure when they're going to stop, but go get your brick if you didn't get one yet.
I think they're selling them through the year and they'll take out the new one in.
What?
I think they're selling them throughout the year, so the pathway should be done because they got to take them out and put the new ones in.
True, but
Like
I'm not
Cedar
sure if
Point
they'll have it all done for March 16th. I think that's more of a Memorial Day thing looking forward, if I had to guess. They're probably going to have all the 50th stuff done for Memorial Day weekend, in my opinion. But I would say that Superman and Green Lantern should be open. We do have to watch what's going on with the parachutes, though. That's kind of a wild card right now. I was expecting them to be demoed by now, but as we've seen, they're still standing. So we're just going to have to wait and see on that. But on to the next topic of the stream, we have Flash's opening. So in that same sort of thing that Great Adventure did, we learned that Flash will be opening in summer 2024 as opposed to spring 2024 with Log Flume, Big Wheel, and the 50th anniversary celebration. So how early, how late do you think Flash is going to wind up opening, judging off the construction timeline right now?
I think we're looking at a mid-June opening. I think that's doable. It's not a big and humongous coaster to put up. Like, it's only got one block zone, so you're not really worrying about too much programming on that ride besides the launch speeds and stuff like that. But I guess we'll see.
Just in time for 4th of July.
I think July 1st, like Park's birthday, they're going to probably try to open it then. But it could be later because it's Six Flags.
Personally, I'm thinking it should be open in June, but that really depends on what happens over the next month. We have to see like a lot of construction start happening. If there's not footers in place and support starting to be put up by opening day, then I think we're going to see the opening pushed a little bit. I don't think it'll open any later than August, though. I think anyone saying it's going to open in November, like the Kid Flash coasters, that's not going to happen. This was planned much more in advance than the Kid Flash coasters. They've had plenty of time, so I think it'll be open for summer. I don't think they're going to open it early or anything, but I do think they want to have it ready to go for the park's 50th anniversary. So as long as it's up by the end of June and ready to go, I think they'll be pretty good with that. Next up, the most anticipated 2024 coasters. So I do have a poll going in the chat right now, and it looks like Flash is currently winning that poll out of 41 votes. Top Thrill 2 is in second place. Then Iron Menace and Hot Wheels Twin Mill Racer are tied for third place. What is your most anticipated coaster of the year, Sammy?
It's got to be Voltron. That thing looks crazy. I don't know if you guys saw the video of the train coming in, but like that coaster, it's like a 3-minute ride cycle, and there's no lift hill in there. That's all launches. So like that's a really long ride for a multi-launch coaster, and it looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah, I always forget about Voltron, but I think that's definitely like the coolest ride to come out next year. And also Expedition Equinox. I think that might be like one that I'm actually gonna get on this year. That one I think is I'm the most excited for.
I've got an obscure one in the theme of Volt, Thundervolt up in Vancouver, which is another Zamperla Intamin convert, which no one's really been talking about, right? Like no one kind of said, hey, Zamperla's actually like purchased the right to rebuild another Intamin accelerator coaster. And in this case, they're putting all their magic on a full circuit. So I'm going to make it up to Vancouver and give that a shot.
Okay. I would say Top Thrill 2, just because I want to go back to Cedar Point. It's just like an excuse to go. So
if I'm looking at America specifically, and sorry for the dog barking in the background, but America specifically, I'm probably gonna say Flash over Top Thrill 2, which is probably a bit of a bold take, but Iron Menace, I think it's gonna be a great ride for Dorney. I'm just not really a huge fan of dive coasters personally. Top Thrill 2, I just don't think it's really gonna be as good as Dragster, but that's my opinion. I'll wait to see when I ride it. Flash is unlike anything we have in the States, so I'm really excited for that. And looking overseas, I think Voltron definitely takes the cake there. But moving on to the next category, favorite defunct attractions of Great Adventure. So, Sammy, we'll start with you. What is your favorite defunct ride from Great Adventure?
Ooh, this is like really hard actually, because there's like a lot of like.
Yeah.
Are you talking something that I've gotten on, or something that like in
Probably
general?
something you've been on would make a little more sense.
Something I've been on. Okay, then takes the cake, Rolling Thunder, because that's like the main coaster I went on before it got taken down. Because that was an awesome ride. I got one ride where like it was downpouring and it just felt like it was gonna fly off the track. It was so much fun.
Yeah, I was not tall enough for a Scream Machine while it was still there, but it's got to be Rolling Thunder for me. I think everyone hates that ride so much, like people whose home park isn't Great Adventure, but I thought it was good.
I don't think I've ridden a defunct attraction at Great Adventure, but the one I want to ride the most is Chiller, obviously.
I'm going to go back a little bit further. Ultra Twister.
That one too.
It's too bad that's not a thing anymore because it was at Astroworld and then it got shipped off to Darien Lake or Six Flags America, one of the two, and then just kind of sat there and then got sold for scrap. So that's probably like the saddest ending to a Great Adventure coaster.
Speaking of Rolling Thunder, me and Tom got to ride Rolling Thunder yesterday, and you'll see it in tomorrow's vlog.
Yes, that's a good segue into that. We did film the first off-season vlog yesterday. We went to Adventure Crossing, so if you're curious about what goes on there, what they have to offer at Adventure Crossing, watch for that tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. But I think my answer is going to be the same as Sammy's. Rolling Thunder, it was my first like real big coaster other than Mine Train, if you want to count that. So it has a lot of nostalgia for me. I remember when I was on Rolling Thunder and I used to look at El Toro and I saw like the structure for the drop. I thought it was a giant helix that you went down the whole way down. I had no idea how El Toro works. So then when I rode El Toro for the first time, I crap my pants to say the least. But yeah, Rolling Thunder, I wish it was still here or it was RMC, one of the two. Our final topic before we get to the questions is 2024 trip plans. So not everyone has them set in stone yet, of course. But for those of you that do, let's hear them, starting with Sammy.
Man, I'm like trying to think on like what are the exact trip plans this year yet, because nothing's set in stone. I know that in the works with Texas, and then basically everything else around the area like Dorney, Hershey, all those parks in the area are definite. And I'd like to get to Georgia, and I'll be back in Florida this year. That's another for sure.
Yeah, I don't have any like set in stone trip plans. It's just been a lot of like, we should go to this place, but we don't know if it's actually going to happen. So just like stuff close by for now.
I have two definite parks, Fantasia Land and Wallaby Holland, which is cool because first time international for coasters. And nothing definite. We're trying to go to Georgia, Cedar Point, Orlando. That.
I'm just going to continue to make the rounds on passes, but I'll make it over to the UK and hit Alton Towers so I can hop on Nemesis, the remake, and while I'm out there, Thorpe Park, and just trying to figure out when I'll do my Japan trip this year.
Personally, I don't have anything set in stone yet. I could say for sure, though, that we'll be back at Hershey, Dorney, Great Adventure, of course, probably Kings Dominion, Busch Gardens, maybe the Florida parks. I want to get down to Georgia because I still have yet to ride Air Force. I would like to get to Six Flags Great America and that whole like upper Midwest area that I haven't hit yet. I do want to go international. I'd love to go to Germany and get on Voltron or go to the UK and get on Hyperia, but we'll just have to wait and see how everything goes. So now we are going to get into the questions that you guys have asked in the chat. So we're going to go all the way up to the top here and see where the first question is. So it looks like we are going to start with this. Not sure if either Flash or the unnamed Intimate Ultra Surf will be the super hit of we got to pause. We already got a super chat. Thank you, ZM Sapol, for the super chat. $5 to kick Aaron off the stream.
And you donated it too.
There you go. You got your wish for a second.
That was the best moment ever.
Back to the question.
What's up, guys?
Not sure if either Flash or the unnamed Intimate Ultra Surf will be the sleeper hit of 2024. I think the Ultra Surf is going to catch a lot of people off guard. I have kind of forgotten about it at this point, honestly, because they haven't named it yet. But I do think Flash is going to surprise a lot of people. I think it's going to be a lot more intense and forceful than people are expecting. And I think the Ultra Surf is probably going to be a bit of a capacity issue, just like Flash. But the Ultra Surf is definitely going to be cool. It kind of combines two unique ride models that aren't really seen at too many parks and puts them together. So I think those will both be really good rides. Do you think Toro is going to be even more rough than it was in 2023? I'll let you guys start this one off.
Very much so.
Darius, do you want to start or should I start?
Yeah, I think it's starting to show its age, man. Like, it's one of my favorite coasters, but wood is wood. Eventually, wood starts to get rough, and El Toro's at that age where I think it's going to be problematic to keep it smooth, and we're going to have to start thinking about what's next for it.
As an El Toro operator, I can confirm, just like every other year, they are adding new pieces of track, which I believe it's going to be the turnaround. So stay tuned.
For me, I don't even think El Toro's rough to begin with, to be honest. I think it's fine.
Yeah, I think it's like the smoothest ride in the park.
Yeah.
No.
Not the smoothest ride in the park. It's not. I don't think it's like bad.
But
I think it's fine.
It's probably gonna feel the same as it did last year.
Yeah.
I'll be more honest than everyone else. Toro definitely has shown its age over the past couple of years. 2023, there were some parts of the ride that I will admit are difficult to enjoy because it does hit pretty rough every now and then. Specifically, when you're in the front of a car, you really do feel some of those moments.
You just can't handle the bowl.
What?
You just can't handle the bowl.
Yeah, I guess not. Sorry. But like Sammy said, they do retrack every year, as every park does with a wooden coaster that knows how to maintain it. So Toro will be getting new track. They usually don't go with Intamin's track. They do it in-house. So that's what we're going to see more than likely this year as well. But I also want to look at the other prefab coasters. So you have Balder, Colossus, and T-Express, all three of which have already had a major refurbishment. And Toro is the only one that has yet to have that kind of a refurbishment. So I think that Great Adventure is going to start having to look at those options for Toro because that track only works for so long. I think the service life of the track itself is maybe 15 years, but the structure can last for 50 from what I remember hearing. But T-Express is closed right now to undergo a treatment similar to that of Colossus. I don't think on the same scale, but it is closed right now to get heavily retracked. So I do think in the next couple of years, Great Adventure is going to have to put Toro down for a major refurbishment and give it some new track if they want to keep it around, which I imagine they do. So I think Toro is going to be smoother than it was in 2023, but just like last year where they have the new track segments, eventually they will start to get rough again. So it's kind of a never-ending cycle with that ride. Next up, Flash will be better than Top Thrill 2. I don't make the rules. As of right now, I think Flash will be better. I could be wrong. Top Thrill 2 could surprise me. I mean, going backwards at 100 miles an hour should be fun. The spike looks really cool. And, of course, you still have the main part of the ride other than the launch. So I guess we'll have to wait and see. I don't know. What do you guys think?
If they're playing Republica on the station, it'll still be pretty good.
I don't know. I still think Top Thrill 2 is going to be a little more exciting. I know the lines are going to be there, but it's still going to have more capacity than Flash. I think the joy kill for Flash, no matter how good it's going to be, it's abysmal capacity.
I don't know. I feel like Top Thrill 2's, I'm going to like it more, but there's definitely an argument for both.
Yeah, I think Top Thrill 2 will be better, but like, it's just different kinds of rides.
I think the sad fact is, though, that all of the really good coasters opening this year, in the States at least, have awful capacity for the most part. Other than like Iron
Yeah.
Menace and a few other exceptions, they all have terrible capacity, which compared to like the early 2000s where every coaster being built was prioritizing throughput and capacity, you look now and these rides just do not have any capacity, which I think is a really short-sighted decision on part of all the parks and the manufacturers. I think they should be pushing it more as a priority, but I don't make the rules, unfortunately. So next up, let's see. Would you guys want to see a wing coaster added to Great Adventure? I personally think it would be a great addition to the park. So what's interesting about that is that back in like 2015, they were heavily rumored to be getting a B&M wing coaster on the plot of Joker, and it would go right across the lake, kind of similar to X-Lite. I don't think it'd be a clone of X-Lite, but it would be around the same size. And then, of course, we wound up getting a free spin. But I think in the future, a wing coaster would be a great addition to the park. They already have a ton of B&M coasters, and a lot of them are starting to get a little older, like Green Lantern, Medusa, Batman. So I think eventually they're going to have to either refurbish or remove them. And personally, I wouldn't totally be against Medusa getting removed when the time comes and them replacing it with a wing coaster.
Man, you love Lantern. The first thing I'd want to see disappear is Lantern and put a wing there. I'd give up Lantern before I'd give up Medusa any day.
But if they get rid of Medusa, then they can convert Lantern to a floorless, and Lantern as a floorless would be better than Medusa. So
No, but Lantern as a stand-up is better than Medusa.
It almost is.
Gosh.
It is.
You guys are crazy.
It's not almost. It is.
Yikes.
Yeah.
It is definitely better if you want your brains beat into a pair of pads.
You just got to know how to ride it.
Yeah. Darius, you're not here enough. That's the problem.
Okay, that's fair.
No.
Sammy, you want to see a wing coaster at Great Adventure?
Do I want to see a wing coaster at Great Adventure? Honestly, not really. I think there's better manufacturers than B&M. Now, if we're talking something like an Intamin wing, like Furious Baco, put my name down.
Yeah.
Like, we're getting that. But otherwise, I don't really want a B&M wing coaster. I'm good.
I don't know. I kind of hate wings, so no.
You don't like wings, really?
Well, I don't hate them, but they're not like, guys, it's the best in the park. It's never like that.
No.
Right.
But for a filler coaster, I think it's pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll take a wing over a dive coaster, personally.
Maybe. Depends.
It depends on the wing, depends on the dive.
Yeah.
Unless it's a dive like Griffin or Sheikra, I don't want it, personally.
Dr. Diabolical compact dive. It's actually pretty cool. Make it out to Texas. It'll change your mind on dives.
I would love to see that in the Medusa plot.
No. Darius, have you ridden Emperor at SeaWorld yet?
I have not.
Okay, so if you had ridden Emperor, you would see why I don't expect Dr. Diabolical to be that good, because they both look very similar, and I think Emperor just doesn't do anything, personally. So I'll have to wait and see if I'm surprised by Dr. Diabolical or not. Next up, everything but Flash will be ready on opening day. That I don't agree with. I highly doubt that the Log Flume, Big Wheel, and all the 50th stuff will be ready to go for opening day. I mean, they already said that they're starting the 50th anniversary celebration on Memorial Day weekend. So my guess is that they're kind of giving themselves extra time by doing that to push all the other additions to that time. So I don't think you'll have everything ready for opening day this year.
Didn't they already hint that Big Wheel won't be open until spring?
Yeah, they said Big Wheel and Log Flume both won't be open until spring, and Savannah Sunset.
Yeah.
Cyborg feels like a kid ride.
Kid ride made by someone who had a really twisted sense of humor, pun intended.
Yeah, I don't see that. The hang time, I don't think a kid would really enjoy that. What things do you want to see added to or removed from Great Adventure? I'll let you guys start this one off.
I think they got to go retro. I think they got to find like an old ride that they can bring back. I wish they could bring the Stuntman's Free Fall back. That would be a pretty cool retro. But given the fact that all of those are pretty much gone at this point, I don't think I'm going to get that wish. But I do think they should bring some old rides back.
I would love for them, because I know there's like been a lot of issues with the Sky Ride, so I'd love to see them convert that to like a Doppelmayr and then also go over to the Safari.
A multi-station?
Multi-station.
Yeah.
With like glass bottoms and you could see the animals.
That would be cool.
I don't know, just thinking out
loud. They should remove Tango.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yeah.
It has the same capacity as Flash.
That is sad.
It's true. I worked the ride.
Okay, I'm
done,
gonna hurt some
200
feelings.
riders in one day. That's it.
Remove Skull Mountain
Yeah.
and give me something else on the inside.
Yep.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
I agree.
There's so many things they can put in that building. Like,
Well, the building's like falling apart. Just like
The building needs
demo
to
it
be
and build a new
taken
building.
down.
well,
Like put
Give
like
us
Dark
something.
Coaster there.
yeah, kill it, put something else there. But like Skull Mountain's just a waste of space at this point.
I think Skull Mountain too, it kind of negatively affects the theme of that area because you have multiple different themes that kind of all overlap in one spot and none of them stick out as being the primary theme. So you give Skull Mountain and then all the way down you have Jolly Roger. Then further you have Buccaneer, but that also comes by Swashbuckler and Air Jumbo and all that stuff. I just think they should retheme that whole Adventure Alley area, give it maybe like a retro 80s theme and reuse like older ride names from the past flat rides they've had and throw them on those rides. Skull Mountain should come down, and I think they should build a bigger, taller version of it, not themed to Skull Mountain, theme it to something else that would fit in with that area. And I think Junior Thrill Seekers should get a new theme because I don't know, it doesn't work for me personally. I think if anything, they should follow like Little Devil's theming format and theme every ride in there to like a miniature version of another ride in the park. Other than that, there's not really too much else I can think of.
I think it'd be so cool if like they put like a new Skull Mountain building where the original Skull Mountain building is, and then like you have like Dark Coaster there, and then you launch out the back and go along the lake and like call it like Escape from Skull Mountain.
That'd be cool, actually.
Skull Mountain's Revenge.
I know Darius is liking that one.
Sammy, you had a great idea. I'm gonna give you credit today.
Just saying. Built us up to
Escape
build
from
it.
Skull Mountain.
Toro needs to get turned into a steel coaster.
No, get this
No.
guy out of the chat.
No.
Mm.
I mean, eventually, if it comes down to them either removing it or retracking it with 208 from RMC, then fine. But otherwise, it should stay wooden.
You don't even got it 208. Just have Intamin come back. They can still do it.
True, but that's probably more expensive than 208. Come on, it's Intamin.
To a point.
What is your biggest nightmare in Great Adventure that has a chance to become a reality? The park closing. I mean, that's always a possibility. They have the park open all the time, and it's not always super busy. I mean, in 2023, it was definitely better than 2022, but 2022, the park was really empty most days, like much emptier than it should be. So who knows? 40 years from now, Great Adventure could just be replaced by a bunch of houses. So anything can happen.
Go ahead.
I got two nightmares when it comes to Great Adventure. You hit the third, but the second one that I kind of think of is this deal not going through because of regulatory challenges, and Great Adventure being one of the parks that suffers the most, because I think Six Flags and Cedar Fair are very much banking on this merger. I think they both need it. If you look at airlines, Spirit and JetBlue were supposed to merge, and that merger fell through, and Spirit is like facing bankruptcy. So I think one or both of those organizations are in a similar place. So I really do hope the government stays out of it and lets them come together and figure things out. I think the second one is they're tearing down the arena and like please don't do a what is it, Busch Gardens, and put like a kiddie invert it in. Like that would be a nightmare. Don't use that plot of land for a kiddie coaster.
I'm gonna say my nightmare would be turning Ka into King of Ka 2, like Top Thrill 2.
Yeah.
That'd be some nightmare feel right there.
No, that'd be cool.
Aaron can get kicked off the stream again.
Oh,
Yeah, I think I'm starting to agree with Zach. Maybe we should kick him out again.
Bye, Aaron.
all right.
See you later.
Oh wait, what? I don't really have any nightmares. The park's pretty awesome.
Luke, any nightmares?
El Toro having another incident.
No.
That's kind of it.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say getting put at Skids next year at Dark Knight.
Oh, getting put at Skids, getting put at the BB&P, getting put at Heroes, getting put at Dark Knight, getting put at the Boardwalk, getting put at Zumanjaro, getting put at Log Flume, Green Lantern, Superman.
Anything that's not the big four.
Yeah.
Anything that's not Jersey Devil, King Ka, Nitro, or El Toro. Yeah.
Georgia will get their Ultra Surf Open in June. I definitely see that happening. It's a very small footprint ride, and they already have tracking supports on site, so I don't see any reason that won't happen. But they should probably pick a name for it before they start building it. It's just my opinion.
Yeah, but it's Georgia. Ugh. Nothing redeeming about that park.
I love that park. One of my favorite parks in the Six Flags stream.
You really do, don't you?
Yep.
Ugh.
I'm not sure why I get such a bad rap because I've had a great time.
I think you've literally, like, I went there on an empty day and had a great time when Flash was open. But you go there on a packed day and it's just miserable.
What's Flash at their? Oh, Kid Flash. Oh,
yeah, Kid Flash. Yeah.
Come on, Colin.
I forgot that's a thing.
Oh yeah, because it's been closed.
Yeah. Rate my top favorite coasters I've ridden. I305, Nitro, Mako, Velocicoaster, Toro, Candemonium, Skyrush, Airy Force, Voyage, Gwazi. Any
This
ride
is
I
awful.
emphasized, I strongly disagree with.
Where's
So,
El Toro?
El Toro and Velocicoaster not being
What?
number 1 and number 2 is crazy.
Wow, they really just,
Candemonium over El Toro? That's
Yeah,
crazy.
Candemonium over Nitro.
Skyrush over El Toro and Velocicoaster.
and I305 at 10. That's kind of
Yeah.
low. No Twisted Timbers,
for
no
me.
Wildcat.
I mean, he made it. Oh wait, yeah.
Maybe not have ridden Wildcat. Voyage.
Cat killed Steve.
Voyage is super overrated, so get that out of there. And Mako and Nitro and Candemonium, they don't belong in a top
I'm glad
10
this
ride.
kid has not been to Cedar Point. I'd be scared to see his list.
If Cat isn't in your top 3, you have to check your mind.
It's not in my top 3.
It's not.
It is in mine.
Sammy.
Something wrong with you, Sammy.
It's number 10.
Sammy, you're going to make people think twice about riding your coaster with comments like that.
No. What?
Yeah,
A
Like, there are
person
good
who
rides
doesn't
above it.
have-
You got I305 above it. You got Velocicoaster, you got El Toro above it. Iron Gwazi above it. If it makes you
got
feel better,
Ghost Rider. Yeah, you
there's
got
only
Ghost
one
Rider.
RMC above it.
Which is
Jersey
Gwazi.
Devil?
Iron Gwazi.
Oh no, the Jersey Devil coaster. Oh.
No.
Yeah.
Nobody likes the Jersey Devil Aaron. Like,
Luke does.
My number
You don't
6.
even have Steve? Ugh.
no.
Steve is 11 for me.
He was like 25.
Right? Something like that.
Man.
It's like 3.
Colin, if I donate 5, can you kick Sammy out of the? Am I allowed to donate 5? I'll Venmo it to you.
I might have to if he keeps saying all this craziness.
You're asking me. What do you want me to say? Like, my untruthful opinion?
Your untruthful opinion. Have you guys been to Six Flags Great America? I want to go in the summer. I want to know if you liked it there. I have not been there, so I cannot speak on it at all.
It's a fun park. Don't go there on a busy day. It's Chicago. Like you gotta pick slow times to go there or flash pass and a little bit of patience.
We got to put a pause in that thought because Sam
Oh wait,
hit
I
the
gotta get
horn.
the horn out. I gotta get the horn out. 1 second.
Another super chat from ZM Safehold. Thank you.
Oh
No need Darius.
Saying
What?
Safel has already kicked. Thanks, Safel. Thanks for the loan.
I don't think he even spelled his name right either. So
It's okay. He gave $5 to kick out Sammy. He can spell my
guys.
name with a Y if he wants.
Let's see. Where was I? I was here.
I didn't get kicked out. This is crazy.
Is Darius the only one that's been to Great America?
Yeah. Don't go in the summer.
I mean,
Do not
I've been
go in
to
the summer.
Great America. I went on July 4th. Max Force was on one train. It was
Oh,
God.
it was miserable,
it's a good ride,
wasn't it?
But like, yeah, it was. People were
But-
like fainting in the line because it was too
Yeah.
hot.
You got to
Yeah.
go there spring or fall. Do not go to Great America during the summer. It will be
It wouldn't
miserable.
even be that bad, but their ops are like not amazing.
That's half
Like they
the
could
problem.
definitely do a lot better.
Pretty much any Six Flags park that isn't Great Adventure does not have super fast operations. Great Adventure is like the only one that consistently has excellent operations.
So it's funny, Colin, you said that. I wasn't being constructive when I gave you my response. That's why I can't stand Georgia, is because it has to have the worst ride ops in all of Six Flags.
It's because they don't have Sammy, Luke, and Aaron.
Oh,
Yeah.
my goodness.
Honestly.
We should move down there.
I've noticed the northeastern parks are some of the only, other than the Florida parks, are some of the only parks that have like mostly coaster enthusiasts as their ride ops, and that is what makes the ride operations so much better at the northeastern parks and the Florida parks than the other parks. Like Magic Mountain, in my opinion, most of the operators, they just really didn't care. They were kind of there to get the job done, and that was it. That's why the operations were slow. They didn't even have all the trains on the coasters. It was ridiculous, and I think that's probably the case at some of the other Six Flags parks too. It really just depends on the management, unfortunately. Do you think Flash's queue will be like Dr. Diabolical's? I do not. I think Flash's queue is set up kind of odd because when you look at the blueprints, obviously we don't know for sure how they're going to arrange the queue line, but from its current arrangement, we can see in the blueprints, the lockers are right at the beginning of the queue, and there's not a ton of them. So that means that the lockers need to have enough capacity for the entirety of the two queue houses in front of it, which no lockers can do unless they're a giant set of lockers. So if I had to guess, for starters, they're going to probably just use like Flash Pass or single rider line or something like that for the lockers. I do think there's still going to be a locker policy because it does go over the path. There's literally an inversion over guest pathway. So we're going to have to wait and see how that all pans out because honestly, that is the one thing I'm most intrigued about with Flash.
I'm gonna actually disagree with Colin. I do think it will be like Dr. Diabolical's queue.
Well, I haven't ridden Dr. Diabolical, so I don't know for sure.
Like the theme wise in the queue.
I mean,
like the theme building?
like a pre-show?
Yeah.
The theme
It
building.
could. It definitely could.
I think it will.
But locker-wise, I don't think it'll work the same unless they send the queue past the lockers first, go through those two queue houses, and come back to the lockers, then go back to the station, which doesn't look like there's room for that in the blueprints. So,
Yeah, I think Brian is very much trying to bring the theme back to theme park for Great Adventure. So I wouldn't be surprised if there was actually a theme building, or not building, but like element. It'll be interesting to see how detailed that theming is. I don't know that it'll be on par with Dr. Diabolical. They went pretty far with that theming, but it would be good to see some Flash theming that people actually liked.
definitely. Next up, I hate Aaron. That is mean. Aaron is getting a lot of hate, unfortunately. Yes, Texas goes crazy with the theming. That is very true. They're definitely the best themed park in the Six Flags chain by a long shot. You said Ultra Twister gone, but one still operates at Nagashima. I'm pretty sure that's one of the only ones left, but it's not the same as Great Adventures.
I was on it 2 years ago. It's definitely one of the last. I think there's two left.
Is the one at Nagashima the one that has a dive loop instead of the switch track thing?
No, it has the switch track.
I know there's one Ultra Twister over there that has a dive loop instead of the switch track, and it looks like it makes the ride a lot better paced. I'll be getting to Kennywood, Cedar Point, and Kings Island for the first time, all on the same road trip. I want to throw in Idlewild and Lakemont. Lakemont, I can definitely speak to as being a really cool park. It's unlike any other park I've been to because it's not an amusement park. It's kind of like going to like your local like town park, but then there's 3 roller coasters just sitting there out of nowhere. It's a really cool place. Kennywood, I really got to get back there because the experience I had there, was it 6 years ago now? Wow. 6 years ago wasn't the greatest. And then, of course, Cedar Point and Kings Island are great. So you should have a great trip there. Bro, I feel bad for Aaron. You too.
No, don't.
Actually. I feel like I've just been getting harassed this whole stream.
Do you think Top Thrill 2 will have major capacity issues? Yes. I don't know what they were thinking, only giving room for 3 trains. And what are they, 16 riders per train, those trains? Or are they 12?
I think
they're 16.
Yeah. Wait.
I thought it was
I thought it was 18 actually.
20.
No, yeah, 20.
That's 20. Regardless, 20.
Is it 5
times
cars?
3 is only 60 riders out at a given time. It's nothing. So Cedar Point, all the other coasters there have pretty good capacity. Dragster's capacity was insane. And they're basically cutting Dragster's capacity in half, which I think is a bad move. I mean, maybe the fact that it'll actually be open all the time, hopefully, will make up for that. But I don't know. I think they made a big mistake with the capacity on Top Thrill 2. Do you think Great Adventure will do a redo of Rolling Thunder, but a modern take like GCI with the new Titan or whatever they're called, Infinity Flyer trains? I don't know. Sammy, what do you think?
It'd be cool. I don't know if they will, because I think their whole motto is like, yeah, they're gonna look back this year for like 50th and everything, but I think they really kind of want to move into the future and kind of like continuing like older trends. It's not gonna do as well.
I don't think they're gonna build another wooden coaster anytime soon with El Toro, but I don't know.
I think if they're going to do anything, they're going to do an RMC ground up and maybe theme it to Rolling Thunder if they decide to make it dual. But I think Great Adventure, they really need to look ahead at their competitors. Well, I guess Dorney is not going to really be a competitor soon, but really Hershey is their main competitor. And Hershey is just getting constant investments. They're getting a coaster pretty much every other year now. So they kind of got to keep an eye on Hershey because that's going to be a big competitor for them. And I think going forward, a lot of their big additions are just going to be big new coasters to try to compete with Hershey. So I don't really see them doing something smaller like that.
I mean, I'd love to see it. I'm just not sure that we got the stomach to do a rebuild. And Colin, to your previous comment on the Ultra Twister, it's the version that's at Rusutsu Resort, which I've never been to. But yes, it's Rusutsu Resort, and it has the dive loop. So now you got a coaster put back on my must ride list.
Sammy?
Yeah, I'm bringing it up.
Thank you, John, for the super chat. I personally think that Flash should not be the name and theme of the new coaster. Everyone is sleeping on Lex Luthor. Very much underrated villain. I think that's a good point. The only issue I have with it is the fact that it wouldn't be next to Superman. I mean, that's a whole nother issue, though. I think Superman and Green Lantern being where they are is really stupid. But Lex Luthor would be a really cool theme. It would kind of pay homage to Chiller for the fact that it was sort of themed to Mr. Freeze to a point, and theming it to the next biggest superhero's main villain would be really cool. I don't really think anything other than like Flash or Robin was ever a contender, but I would like to see more Lex Luthor themed attractions in the future for sure.
Well, I mean, there's still a possibility they could put a coaster over the entrance.
That's true. That's what we all thought Flash was going to be originally.
Yeah,
I
if you
think
put a
they're
coaster.
gonna. I think they're gonna save the room for something more like a city walk.
Maybe. Although incorporating a coaster into something like that would be super cool.
Oh yeah, for sure. I just don't even know how they could even do that though.
True.
But hey, they've surprised us before.
That's true. Oops. How long do you think Flash's ride time? Well, we already know how long Flash's ride time is because there is a clone of Flash out there already. Hot take: Great American Scream Machine is the emoji movie of roller coasters because it gets so much hate. See, there's a lot of people though that look back on it very fondly. So I wouldn't say it's constantly hated, but it's funny because once it got removed, that's when everyone started to love it. But if you ask someone in like 2007 what they thought of Scream Machine, it would probably trash it. So that kind of happens with anything that winds up getting removed. People all of a sudden develop a liking to it after it's gone. Question for Colin. In regards to the merger between Cedar Fair and Six Flags, do we have to worry about the future of hotel breakers? Six Flags has never had a hotel in their parks. So I actually think that Hotel Breakers is kind of going to be the foundation for what they want to do with some of the other parks. We already see Great Adventure building Savannah Sunset, and I think that's just step one in what they're planning to do. Obviously, they rebranded the park as Great Adventure Resort now, so I think a hotel being built on property is coming very soon. I would not be surprised at all if we could see a hotel ready to go for 2026, quite honestly. I think other parks, too, are probably going to start looking to go that direction. Magic Mountain definitely stands out as one. They're in a really competitive market in LA, and they're really landlocked now because all the land around them has been sold to housing developers. Fiesta, Texas definitely could pull something like that off. Maybe even Great America, but I don't know how much space they really have around that park. But I think all the hotels that are already at the Cedar Fair parks, they're going to stay, and I think more Cedar Fair parks could wind up with hotels too.
Yeah, it's a big revenue generator, especially if you look at their filings. I don't think they'd get rid of any of their hotels.
I'm really still wondering why Batman was closed for opening day. Do you know why? I don't know the real reason why. If I had to guess, they probably just need a little bit of. Oh, Aaron has his hand up. Let's hear it, Aaron.
I believe because it flooded because on like one of the valleys, they had to like dig out a little divot, and that floods all the time. And it was raining, a hurricane actually or something, tornado, opening day. Oh, Sammy, am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong. But I think that was one of the reasons. But the other reason was also because they were installing a new chain lift.
Oh,
like the chain dogs and stuff.
Makes sense. Hey, Colin, how is your foot feeling? My foot is pretty much all better now. So by the time opening day comes, I don't think I'll have any issues. Still getting used to it, but thanks for asking. It's doing a lot better.
You can catch him running to El Toro on opening day.
Yeah, I can actually run this time. I don't have to like hobble around.
I mean, Phil was enjoying pushing you around, though.
I'm sure he was. It looked like a lot of fun. I would like Six Flags to build the fastest launched log flume. You think that's a good? So SeaWorld San Antonio is still in the middle of building Catapult Falls, which has seemingly been a mess for them because it was supposed to open in 2023, got delayed to 2024, and I think it has tested, but not like it's not running the way it's supposed to. So if that winds up being a difficult project, I don't see them being built again.
Fast launched and log flume, definitely a challenge. I'm not sure that that's a winning combination, even though we all would like them. It sounds like an operations nightmare. And let's not forget what happened with Schlitterbahn, one of Schlitterbahn's parks, where they created a fast launched, essentially, not a log flume, but a variant of it. And, someone didn't make it off of that one. So,
and Intamin has a horrible history with water attractions. So Intamin being the manufacturer of that, I don't think it was ever going to really end well. So we'll see. Yeah. I'm sure it'll open eventually, though. What else could you see them doing for the 50th? Stuff they haven't announced. So there's going to be a lot of other park improvements that obviously they didn't share yet. double-sided lockers should be coming to some rides. I don't know which ones yet. I'm hoping it's all 4 of the ones that require them, although I doubt it's going to be all of them. I definitely could see it coming to Toro because it's perfectly set up for double-sided lockers. Devil could be a little difficult because there's not really room over there. Ka, they could do it pretty easily with the lockers they already have and just switch the queue around a little bit. And Joker, I don't really see it happening on that ride just because it's not necessarily popular enough. But I don't know. Other than that, I definitely could see some, of course, pathways being repaved, some new dining areas. I think we could wind up seeing something big happen to Yum Yum and something happen to Granny's as well. I always mix the two up. Granny's and Yum Yum will probably get some attention. And, of course, we have the new rules with the cups. So I imagine the freestyles probably won't be a thing anymore, or they're going to have to change them heavily. And the whole experience of getting drinks is going to be totally different in 2024 because they have to scan your cup now. So there's going to be a lot of different things for the 50th anniversary season.
You think maybe they'll go to kind of the Hershey style where you can use the cup to activate the dispenser?
That'd be nice.
I hope. I don't know if they're going to put that infrastructure in yet, though, with such short notice on the change with the cups and everything. Because, well, you've been to Fiesta, Texas now, right? You went in 2024, so you've probably seen how they're doing it there.
Yeah.
How are they doing it? They just like you have to go up to the counter, or can you
go up to the counter?
That was unfortunate.
I think in terms of more for the 50th, I think we'll find out the next coaster into the season.
Yeah. People want the boss to be RMC, but I think it's fine because Six Flags St. Louis is way too boring.
Wow.
All right. Well, they definitely need a new coaster. It's been a very long time since they've gotten like a major coaster investment. And when I went there in 2020, it was a good park. It just was missing that one standout other than Mr. Freeze because I wasn't really overly impressed by Boss or American Thunder. And 4 years later, the park really hasn't changed very much. I think a new Intamin style launch coaster, like that vertical launch coaster, the off-the-shelf model they have, would work great there. I think they could definitely use an RMC. I don't know that they're going to RMC the Boss because they've done so much work to it over the years. And to just call it quits in RMC, I'd be kind of surprised. So I don't know. I do agree that Six Flags St. Louis does need something, though. I think Great Adventure will beat Magic Mountain in coaster count. Magic Mountain, obviously, they're heavily rumored to get a new coaster for 2025, as is Great Adventure. But the problem with Magic Mountain is that a lot of their coasters are in a similar state right now where a lot of them need refurbishments badly. There's constantly coasters closed at that park, and that's definitely not the case at Great Adventure. Pretty much any day you go to Great Adventure in the main season, everything's open. Whereas Magic Mountain, you can go in the middle of summer and 8 coasters could be closed, like it was for me. So I think Magic Mountain, before they keep adding coasters, they need to take a look at what they have, fix what they're going to fix, get rid of what they're going to get rid of, and go from there. Because if they keep up this cycle, I think the park's going to be in really bad shape 5 to 10 years from now.
Bye-bye Viper.
I would too. Send it to Great Adventure.
That would be an interesting turn of events.
Sammy, what do you think?
I'm sure at some point, yeah, but like I think right now, like they just want to give Magic Mountain a coaster every year. Like it just kind of seems like the plan. Even after like all like this crazy stuff has happened with the Six Flags chain, they're still found a way to give Magic Mountain a coaster at the end of like when they kind of stopped giving the parks coasters for a bit, and now again at the beginning of when they're starting to give them again. So I don't know, just putting it out there. It's interesting.
I met Sammy at Great Adventure, and he is awesome.
I don't know who that is. Who's that?
I am myself.
I am myself with a picture of a mouse.
Oh, that's Sammy. Sammy, are you logged into the? Are you logged in on a different account?
The Jingles Backtop one.
No, that's not me. That's Tom.
Tom's busy. He was supposed to be on tonight.
I'm changing on who Jingles Backtop actually is.
Let's see. Lantern can go to hell. Wow.
Yeah.
Nick, I'm with you.
I disagree.
$5 kick Darius on the stream.
Here.
Tear it down.
Green Lantern isn't even bad. It's bad, Dave. It's not.
It's not that bad, but it's not good.
See, I think Lantern isn't even good on its good days. That's the way I feel about Lantern.
Strongly disagree. Strongly.
It's like the one thing we absolutely disagree on. Usually we're like degrees of separation. This is like, I can't believe, Colin, I cannot believe you love that ride.
Jameer with the base opinion.
I agree. Green Lantern is not as bad. I rode it 51 times in one day. It's honestly the best V&M in the park.
My guy.
I remember when you did that, Jameer. I don't know how you pulled that off. I don't think I could ride it more than 6 times, 7 times in a row, just because it will take its toll on you eventually. But
finally, the truth comes out.
Hey, it's not necessarily a re-rideable ride. It can still be good and not re-rideable.
Okay.
Okay.
It's better than bad, but it's not good.
So is it better than Superman?
No, I actually like Soup.
All right, moving on. I can't listen to that anymore. It's true New England is being neglected due to them not getting see, it's not necessarily that they're getting neglected. The fact is they haven't gotten a coaster since 2017, which is 7 years ago now. That's insane. I do think they're in desperate need of a new coaster. They ripped out Goliath. I think they should get rid of Flashback 2 and put a really long SNS Air launch or Premier launch or Intamin launch, something there, because it's kind of insane that they haven't gotten anything yet. I think the Zamperla vertical launch model would be a good fit, or maybe a Chance Hyper GTX in honor of Great American Scream Machine. I think anything with low capacity should not come near Great Adventure. They already have enough low capacity rides. They don't need any more.
Yeah, I do worry about Great Adventure putting too many low capacity rides in. Like, I don't think Brian is going to subscribe to that after this, but I think that would be catastrophic for the park.
I would not be against the Chance Hyper GTX at Great Adventure. That sounds awesome.
I feel like it's too small compared to what they already have.
I don't care.
Yeah.
I think it'd be awesome.
They need something bigger, more ambitious.
It doesn't matter, Colin.
Why? Size doesn't matter?
Yeah.
Size does not matter.
No, not always, but it can.
I mean,
And
in
Great
Jersey
Adventure
Devil's
does.
case, then it matters. But like,
Yeah.
I'm still holding out for an Axis coaster, though.
I don't think they want anything that's a prototype or that's too mechanically complicated after they dealt with Chiller and they deal with Ka. That's just a guess, though. Expedition Equinox over Green Lantern.
yeah.
No. There's
Yes.
no
Wow.
coaster built by Built to Thrill that is better than Green Lantern. I'm sorry, Sammy.
What are you talking
There's
about?
There's
Even
not.
Darius could agree that Expedition Equinox will probably be better than Green Lantern.
I might have to support you on that one.
Equinox will be better
Hey!
than Black Stallion.
What?
I don't know if it'll even be better than Black Stallion.
Why is that?
Shadow Stalker wasn't better than Black Stallion.
It doesn't matter. It's all different rides.
I know, but you have yet to top your first creation in terms of experience. So I'm still
There's
waiting.
been
Maybe-
one other creation.
Yeah, well, I guess we'll have to wait and see.
Colin only rates things on an absolute scale, Sammy. You just have to
Darius,
be
you're gonna
careful.
come to Media Day, right?
What's the day?
It's like the weekend before Memorial Day, I think is what we're looking at.
All right, I'll make it happen.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to try Slingshot at Great Adventure. Do you like Slingshot? I wish it wasn't an upcharge because I would ride it almost every visit. It is such a fun ride, especially when you can get a cycle where you can kick your legs and flip the I guess you'd call it a car, more than it's supposed to, and you're just constantly upside down or facing down. Such a fun ride. Definitely check it out. Also, I'm still planning on going to opening day and putting a sign over the Tango sign with Sammy's spinning boat on it.
You know, it kind of sucks because I won't be there for opening day, so I guess I won't get the
Wow,
joke.
Sammy, you're a real good Great Adventure fan.
I'm
Missing
gonna be
opening
at
day.
Universal, so
Just wait till next year.
Still prime snowboarding season, so I will not be there for opening day.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be there, so don't worry. You guys will get plenty of content from March 16th there.
Oh,
I have a
Colin.
challenge for you. It's if you could ride Superman over 50 times this season, the ultimate challenge. That will never happen. Never will happen.
I'll take the
That would mean I
challenge.
have to ride it at least once every visit across 50 visits, which will not happen.
Colin says if you give him a $50 super chat, it will happen.
I don't even know if I do it for that. That just sounds like torture to me.
Starlet, I'll take that. That means I have to ride it like 5 times every time I get there.
And stand in that really long line in the summer, too. What do you think could replace Batman if it gets removed?
Not willing to entertain that.
I kind
I
of
don't
agree with
think
Darius. It's a good filler
It will
coaster.
ever get removed.
You can't. It's such a classic. And anyone who has an original Batman is holding on to that thing like it's gold. I mean,
Yeah.
heck, we even have it and renamed it Goliath. And rumor has it they're thinking about renaming it to Batman.
That, I think, would be a pretty dumb move, though. After they're doing this whole DC Universe thing to
In the back.
unite the rides that are themed to DC, I think that would kind of be a little short-sighted in my
Which they would have 2 Batman coasters?
No, there's no way.
That'd be so odd.
I just think the original parking lot Batman coasters are you just can't tear them down.
Fair. Six Flags America needs a B&M. Do you agree? Well, they already have one, but they need a real B&M, not Firebird. So I think a wing could work well there. I think something like Dr. Diabolical could work well there.
I think
But
a
I think they
surf
need to-
coaster would be awesome.
A surf coaster would be really cool there. I think they need to prioritize a ride that's like elite, probably best in the park level, because Superman's really good, but it's not what it was 20 years ago. So I think an RMC would be really good there. Do you see the parachute drop coming down? Sammy, I'll let you speak a little on this.
Why me?
Why not?
Okay. Why don't you let Aaron do it? Aaron hasn't talked in like 20 minutes.
All right, fine. We'll start with Aaron and
Oh,
Luke. And then we'll go to
Okay, the parachute drop coming down. It is coming down. They're gonna do it this off season, I think. Maybe, who knows? But yeah, it's gonna happen.
Probably.
It'll come down eventually.
I'm starting to think less and less that it will come down this offseason. I've been down there a couple times now, ever since the park closed, and it's still there. So, I don't know. Maybe we'll see it come down in February, but I'm not holding out hope right now.
He doesn't know that as of last night, though. He only saw the fog.
Yeah, we can only see faint bits of light from King to Cotton. That was it. You guys will see tomorrow. Will Six Flags repurpose the old Sim building? No. They're going to keep that as their dedicated indoor haunted house forever. And I think that this year, they're probably going to want to push more towards having more indoor mazes. I know Brian mentioned to us that he wants to try to get all the mazes indoor this year, which is a really good idea because you look at ones that were like Saw X or ones outdoor like Wicked Woods, they would always get flooded if there was rain and just be a mess. So if they're indoors, they can have them open all the time. And the park doesn't like to close for rain, as we've seen throughout 2023. So that would definitely help during Fright Fest. Let's see. Buy or sell, add more family coasters to Great Adventure.
So
If we're talking if they should, yes. If they're gonna, I don't think so.
No.
I'm going to have to sell it, but it wouldn't be a bad idea.
there's enough kid stuff, man.
All the kid stuff is kind of old, though. That's the issue. Like,
Yeah.
the newest
Slap some
family
paint on
coaster
it.
is Dark Knight.
Slap some paint on it. Put some cotton candy machines near it. Call it a day.
Yeah. I mean, we have a lot of family stuff. It'd just be cool if we could have like better family stuff.
I agree. Like what we have right now, you look at something like Big Bear Mountain, nothing at Great Adventure compares to something like Big Bear Mountain.
That's
I think a B&M family invert honestly would be good at the park.
Yeah, we should get
Super
a
expensive for what it is, but I think it'd be cool.
or just fix the Skull Mountain situation. Get something right on the cusp.
Also true.
No,
Which-
better yet, give us a new sky ride.
Well, yeah, something like the Skyliner would be really cool. Which Six Flags parks get a new coaster for 2025? Yes, Texas or Great Adventure? I'm going to say
Both.
both.
Yep.
I'm going to say both. And Magic Mountain.
Leak.
The big three.
Sammy Leak.
What?
Maybe.
No.
Let's see. Geez. Kick out Luke.
Why?
You should.
What did I say? Was it about like Green Lantern?
They're saying you're playing with your hair too much.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Luke has a really cool recreation of Flash. He should show it off.
Now
Like with like the full plaza.
it's not done yet.
Really? I thought it was.
You'll see it eventually. Maybe. I hope so.
Buy or sell, replace Superman with a family coaster. Superman's already a family coaster, so that kind of defeats the purpose.
Yeah.
Best advice for a Six Flags date. Planning one for April. Sammy, you want to speak on this?
Don't.
Go to Federici's before you go to Six Flags.
What Darius said. That's a great idea. But make sure you
I
bring
don't think
cash.
most of us
They
have
don't
room
take
to
card.
spend.
They don't take card at Federici's.
They don't take card.
Only cash.
Take the gal to Federici's. Take whoever to Federici's either before or after.
It's a great idea.
Wait. What happened so bad with Sammy? What with the date? What happened?
Yeah, I don't know why am I getting targeted, guys? What is this?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to hear this story, Sammy. Come on.
I don't. I don't even know what story this is.
Do you think Great Adventure should add more Coke freestyle machines and bring back the metal cups? The metal cups are not going to come back. If you have them, you have them. If you don't, you don't. And the freestyle machines were never meant for amusement parks. That's why they were removed in the first place. I think they were removed back in like 2018, 19 for the first time. And then they came back. But they really just don't have the capacity to support the constant usage of an amusement park. That's why you really don't see them at many parks other than like the Universal parks. But I do think that it'd be nice to see them if maybe Coke could come up with a new kind of machine that's better suited for amusement and theme parks.
Alan, what are you going to do now that your favorite drink will no longer be available?
I don't know. I had it today though. I went to Wendy's and they had the freestyle machine there and they had my cream soda Coke. I was pretty happy about that.
It's gonna make going around Great Adventure so much easier. We have to go to Yum Yum right now, guys. All the way at Nitro. We have to go to Yum Yum.
I would get food at Fat Burger, walk over to Yum Yum, get my drink, then come back.
You know, this is why you cannot go to Great Adventure with Colin anymore.
Let's see. Next up. Imagine this reality. Great Adventure closed down, replaced by houses, and the only ride remaining for the park is Barnstormer, presumably in its unopened state. Oh, actually, we didn't talk about Barnstormer. Do we think it's going to be open?
No.
For opening day?
For opening day.
Yes.
No.
I have lost all hope. I've watched it the whole time it was being built, and it looks fine, but I haven't seen it.
Luke, I thought you were Barnstormer supervisor for the year.
No, it was on the cert card for last year. I still have it, but no one got it certified.
It's like the rare credit of the Great Adventure ride operators.
Yeah.
Barnstormer.
I was supposed to get it.
All I can say is I hope it's open by July 1st. Hopefully.
Yeah.
I don't really care, to be honest.
It
Colin
looks
really
nice.
wants to ride it.
Wait, Colin,
It's a
are you
nice
gonna
long
ride it?
ornament. I'll give it
When it
that.
opens, are you gonna ride it, Colin?
Of course. I'll be there for opening day.
He's gonna be the first one there.
We'll get the Insta360 on there for the POV.
Oh yeah.
I really hope that it's open it opens like a random day and then Colin's not there. No, are you kidding me?
Little Devil opened out of nowhere on one of the Power Hours nights, and I happened to be there. I was walking past it and I saw people on it. Totally caught me off guard. So
He was like, "Oh my god!" He jumped up and down like a kid when they see the ice cream truck. He
So excited.
he did a whole bell kick and started running, and we're like, "Colin, what are you doing?" Oh my god, you haven't ridden this coaster.
I think I was more excited for that over Jersey Devils opening day.
Oh,
You were more excited for Jersey Devil testing.
Yeah, Jersey Devil
I
testing.
know.
Oh, yeah.
We should watch the video commentary.
No.
Yes.
Sure.
The big Six Flags Great Adventure needs to add a moving walkway like Universal before you enter the park. Well, that would double my speed to get to El Toro, so I'm all for it.
And yet I still be like Colin to El Toro.
No.
Yes.
Sammy,
What are you
will
talking
cost
about?
money to ride Expedition Equinox.
That is not a me question. That's a Grant question. But I could probably tell you it probably won't cost money.
The way Sammy has done it in the past, you just reach out to them and pick a date, and then you go ride it. So I don't know that that's the way Grant's going to do it. You can go message him. He's Amusement Architect on Instagram. Should you remove Steel Force for being a hyper? Steel Force is fine. I don't think it needs to be removed. It's fine.
I hear Grant, or not Grant. I hear Aaron
Me?
playing the video.
Oh,
Yeah, I hear
you
me in the
mean,
background too.
I see her going, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Is Jersey Devil as underrated as Joker or Twisted Cyclone? I'll let Luke
No.
talk
Yes.
about this. I know Luke is like the biggest
Okay.
Jersey Devil fanboy.
So, if you can get a good ride operator who's going to let you get a lot of room in the restraint and you're able to keep it up the whole ride,
Luke, are you allowed to be
then
saying
it's
this?
amazing. No. Not me. Other people.
Yeah, Luke is going to push it down.
And that's never happened to me before. Yeah, always.
I don't know. Jersey Devil it's underrated. It's not crazy underrated.
What do you mean? You're the
It is
Jersey Devil,
crazy
Aaron.
underrated.
Oh, I forgot. It's my number one coaster. Yeah.
Yeah. It's your whole brand.
And then Iron Gwazi, Steel Vengeance, El Toro.
Colin put an ad on while Aaron was talking.
That was me.
Are you
That was your
serious?
Really?
That was
Oh,
your
yeah.
You two thought you were a little too boring, so they had to give everyone an ad.
Okay.
Okay. But
Wait, which Joker are we talking about? Free spin
Discovery
Joker?
Kingdom.
Okay.
Probably.
I think a better title for Jersey Devil is Overhated. I wouldn't call it underrated
Yeah.
because I have it rated pretty low too. Like it's towards the lower half of my RMCs. I do think it's still better than Joker and Twisted Cyclone. I might have Joker over. I can't remember. Joker is underrated to a point. It doesn't have the same level of force as a lot of the other RMCs. And Twisted Cyclone, when I rode it, wasn't super powerful. It was still really good, but it's way too short to really be on the same level as the other RMCs.
Colin, is your favorite part of Jersey Devil the Rose Bowl?
Yes, the Rose Bowl is my favorite part of Jersey Devil.
Oh.
Yeah.
Rate my top 5. Toro, Maverick, Nitro, Steel Vengeance, and Millennium Force.
I think if this was flipped the other way, it would be much better.
Yeah.
Yes.
Toro Maverick.
Wildcat killed Steve. Got to get on Cat.
Why is Nitro there?
Is that your motto,
Nitro
Darius?
over
Wildcat
El Toro
kills
I
and
might
Steve.
as well show it off.
I
This is the
drew.
giant Millennium Force Nano Coaster here.
I drew a little stick figure once I got on Wildcat, and it was Wildcat killing Steve because Steel Vengeance I thought was it. Well, Iron Gwazi was still better than Steel Vengeance, but I was not expecting Wildcat to be as good as it was.
You gotta make like a song instead of video killed the radio star, Wildcat killed Steel Vengeance.
No, I'm gonna make my little stick figure drawing into a T-shirt, and it's gonna be Wildcat killing Steve. But seriously, Steel Vengeance, put Wildcat in there. Then you have a decent top 5.
And put Toro at number 1, and then you have a really good top
Yeah.
5.
Actually, you got to take Millennium. Listen, I love Millennium Force, or I think Colin calls it Millennium No Force. But yeah, Millennium Force has to come out of there.
Take
I
Nitro.
love Millennium Force.
Yeah,
Millennium Force used to be one of my more favored coasters when I first rode it. But as I've ridden it more and more, especially my last time I rode it in 2022, I think it's so overrated. I don't even have it in the top 5 of Cedar Point. Well, that was with Dragster. I'll take Magnum any day, Dragster any day over Millennium Force. It just has so much potential with its height, its speed, and it is a great first element. The drop and the overbank are great. And then it just does nothing. In my opinion, does absolutely nothing. The speed aspect is cool, but when you've ridden plenty of other coasters that are as fast or faster that showcase speed better, Millennium Force really wears on you, in my opinion.
You're just mad.
Why am I mad?
Wow.
Because Millennium Force is better than you. So
So
It's fine.
yeah, I'm in agreement. I'm in agreement that Millennium Force is no longer in the top 10.
20 years ago, sure, but not anymore. Darius doesn't know what he is talking about.
Hey, you're
Wow.
entitled to your opinion, even if it's not valid.
Damn. How long will we have to wait for the tower if the parachute drop comes down? We'll wait until March 16th, and if it's not down by then, we're waiting another year.
or we wait till Colin flies his drone up.
I'll climb up top, and then I'll push it down myself, and then that'll be it.
Dude, are you finally using the drone?
Yeah, I use it all the time.
All right.
I have been using it for the drone updates at Great Adventure. And shout out to Darius for sending me the drone.
Wait, I didn't know that. You said you got it. You bought
From
it.
Darius.
It's supposed to be a secret.
Well, thank you, Darius.
Yes.
Top 5 of Great Adventure: Batman, Jersey Devil, Nitro, King Deca, El Toro.
Valid, except for take Batman out and put Green Lantern in.
Oh,
No. Keep Batman.
I don't
Batman.
disagree with Batman being number 5.
1 through 4 is good though.
I would switch Jersey Devil, Nitro. And
I
then
don't
I
know.
think
Probably, yeah.
Depends. Because like
It depends
sometimes
on the
Nitro
day.
runs terrible. And then sometimes Jersey Devil runs terrible. It depends.
I hope Flash gets a statue. Something like what they have for Kid Flash at Fiesta, Texas would be really cool.
hey, Hyper Thrill said Mr. Six needs his own ride. I'm with you on that.
He had his own ride.
Give it
Mr.
back.
Six's Pandemonium at Six Flags New England. And then they
Yes.
dropped the Mr. Six theming for some reason.
We need that back. Well,
I
not
agree.
Pandemonium.
Thoughts on Knoebels? Knoebels is unlike any other park out there. It's super unique. My biggest issue with it, though, is that it's always crowded every time I've been there. So it's very hard to ride things multiple times. But it's super affordable, really good food. The ride collection there is really cool and unique. That's a really good park. One of the better ones in Pennsylvania.
Why are we giving Zach attention?
Whoever asks questions, I answer.
Ugh.
If the FTC approved the merger but told Six Flags and Cedar Fair to get rid of 2 Six Flags parks and 1 Cedar Fair park, I guess excluding CGA, which parks do you think would be sold off?
LaRonde, Frontier City for the Six Flags parks.
Well,
And
I don't
then-
think Frontier City or Darien Lake would count because they just operate them. They don't actually own them.
Then LaRonde, Discovery Kingdom, and
No.
then for Cedar Fair,
No.
for Cedar Fair, it would probably be Michigan's Adventure.
I have a lot of disagreements with you, Sammy. For one, Michigan's Adventure will not be sold off. They don't have to do anything to that park, and it still makes them a pile of money. That's why they don't add anything to that park, because people just keep coming back. What
Just
you
like
really
the
gotta
Detroit Lions.
Exactly. Well, I don't know what that means, but sure.
They don't have to win, but people still buy the tickets.
There you go.
Except for
Thing
this one.
with Cedar Fair is that all of their parks perform well. So it's really just picking out of a basket at that point. So I'll just say Valley Fair because they haven't gotten anything in a while. I don't think they're going to get rid of Dorney or Worlds of Fun because they've gotten investment very recently. So
Valley Fair was one of the originals, though. Why would they get rid of that?
I don't think they would really care when it comes to a money situation. For Six Flags, honestly, Six Flags America and probably LaRonde. Although I think
He's
LaRonde
just mad
does
because he
well.
knows it'd be Discovery Kingdom.
No, Discovery Kingdom does very well. And it's once CGA closes, Discovery Kingdom is going to absorb all of that crowd that used to go to CGA. So for them to close CGA and Discovery Kingdom would be really stupid.
I don't know.
What do you think, Luke?
I'm not sure. Is this just Cedar Fair parks or also Six Flags parks?
2 Six Flags,
um,
1
One
Cedar.
Cedar Fair, 2 Six Flags.
Maybe like the Rons? Great Escape.
Oh,
Sure. Well,
thanks, Sammy. I
You're
almost
welcome.
forgot. John, thank you for the super chat. Not sure if you missed my not super chat question. I think I did. Let me go find it because I go from top to bottom in the chat. But since you sent the super chat, I will go find your message here if I can find it. Let's see. Here it is. I personally think the park should take a villains and monsters theme approach to the park. Never been done. I think it would work. People have a natural curiosity towards those things. I think that would be cool. I mean, they kind of have it already with, Jersey Devil being themed to a monster, obviously. You have Joker. I guess that's Joker and Harley Quinn are the only villains at the park. But they still have to have the heroes because they're super marketable. So
Yeah, I'd love to see a haunted area. I think that'd be really cool, like with the Jersey Devil in it.
like what Universal's doing right now at Epic Universe. That area
Yeah.
looks sick. This is where we were. All right, whoever was going, continue.
oh, it was me. I'm not. Maybe like Six Flags Great America. What have they done with that park in a while?
That
Is it just like
well, they're
parks that
putting a
haven't
giant
gotten-
Discovery in there now.
that's-
They haven't gotten
Yeah.
a coaster in a while, though. What do you think, Aaron?
Okay, this is gonna sound crazy, but if Cedar Fair can sell like Michigan's Adventure to Hershend, I feel like that doesn't make the most sense, but it makes sense to me. Six Flags sell Six Flags America, and one of their other bad part. Do they have? Something like Frontier City or like Darien Lake. Also sell.
Both of those are only operated by Six Flags. They don't
Oh.
actually own them.
They don't
Yeah.
count. Okay,
Not really.
Not really.
I don't know. Great Adventure. Sell Great Adventure.
Great Adventure. Oh no.
Sell it to me.
Maybe
Why
Can
not?
we kick Aaron- can we kick Aaron off again?
You can build. What?
Can we kick
No,
Aaron
sell
off
it to
again?
Sammy. Sammy, we're giving you Great Adventure.
Oh,
For free?
for free?
Well, he has
Yeah.
to build his own coaster, and then he can get it at Great Adventure.
Oh, okay.
That could work.
hope for 2025 the boardwalk gets a new coaster or ride. Get rid of the sim building, twister, and the tower. I do agree that the boardwalk needs a heavy refurbishment, but I don't agree with getting rid of Twister if they don't have to. I do think the tower will be gone eventually, and I agree that the sim building should be gone. But the issue I have with that is that behind the sim building is kind of like a backstage area. So if you get rid of that, you're gonna have the same issue you have over by Batman, where behind like the Batman stunt arena and everything, and behind Wonder Woman, all you see is backstage areas. So they're gonna have to figure out a way to kind of hide it up by the boardwalk if they were to do that. But I still think they should do a front gate coaster from the boardwalk that goes over the entrance, over by Flash, turns around, and comes back. I think that'd be sick. Hey guys, just curious, what was your first looping coaster you ever rode? Mine was Loch Ness Monster. Mine was Super Duper Looper.
Lightning loops.
Mine was a Pinfari Zyklon, the one that used to be where Gale Force is. I don't know what it's called.
Mine was Superman.
Mine was Rock and Roller Coaster.
You rode Superman before anything else?
Yeah.
Wow. Bottom 5 of Great Adventure, 5 being worst, 1 being best. Skull Mountain, Dark Knight, Green Lantern, Harley Quinn, Joker. I guess you're either excluding Little Devil and Runaway Train, or you have them higher. Skull Mountain and Dark Knight, I agree. Harley Quinn's a little high. Green Lantern shouldn't be in the mix and should be replaced with Superman.
Yeah.
I think Joker should be right after Skull Mountain. Maybe right before Dark Knight. I'm not sure. I think Skull Mountain's properly placed. I think Green Lantern is definitely in the top 5.
Top 5 best, right?
Top 5
Worst.
best, exactly.
Worst.
No, you said top 5. That was not specific.
Bottom 5. Sorry.
Wait.
Wait, where's Little Devil? That's worse than all of these.
Wait, where's Jersey
Yeah.
Devil?
Oh yeah, wait, where is
No.
Jersey? I mean, what?
Wait, where's El Toro? What is this?
Where's Tango?
Where's King Kong?
Janelle, I think you have a perfect top or bottom 5.
No.
Perfect.
Little Devil
Especially
over
Green
Skull
Lantern.
Mountain,
Little Devil
over Harley Quinn.
Well, yeah, Little Devil over Joker.
Little Devil's top 5. I mean, we know that.
Yeah.
You mean top 1?
Top
yeah,
1, exactly.
top 0.
Exactly. What would an RMC Rolling Thunder look like had it gone through for the 2014 season? Very similar to Twisted Colossus.
Oh,
Very
yeah.
similar. It would have been a Mobius loop. It would have probably been 130-ish feet, maybe. Not as tall as Toro, but it's not like super tiny either. And it would have just followed Rolling Thunder's plot with a bunch of airtime and inversions.
It would have been the perfect RMC convert.
Yep. Will Flash be open for Holiday in the Park? I'm going to say a tentative definitely. I don't see why it wouldn't be. I mean, they run the ones over in Europe in the snow, so I don't see why not.
I'm gonna say no. I'm just kidding. Yeah.
I don't know.
What are some crazy things you saw guests do at Great Adventure? This sounds like a ride-out question.
We have
Wait.
a million.
Okay, I gotta think of my
Make
best
sure you only
story.
say things you can say, though.
In 1996, I saw someone take a dump in the bush.
Wow.
That happened once.
I got one. I got one.
Oh.
I got one.
Last year.
So I didn't see it, but I heard it like over like the radio and everything. This
Oh,
guy
no.
goes
Is it
down the back
This is
ramp
PG,
of
right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so this guy goes down the back ramp of Devil into the restricted to go pee on a tree, and then comes back into the line, and they lock him in the restraint until security got there.
Wow.
Yeah.
The other things on the Skyride are not PG, so I'll just leave that to your imagination.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a lot of stuff we probably shouldn't say.
Oh, we can talk about May 22nd, 2021.
Is that the garbage can incident?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tragic incidents ever to happen at an amusement park. On that day, a guest tipped over a trash can.
Yeah, that's one of the worst
Yeah.
things. Yeah. Okay.
I didn't see it, but Tom did. I'm sure a lot of you have seen it because of Sean's video. The fight that happened backstage between Nitro and Batman that everybody saw from the Nitro queue. That video went viral too. It was during the COVID year, and these two people pushed each other out of the queue for Batman into the restricted area and were fighting each other. Something else.
How do you push yourself out of the Batman queue?
The emergency exit door, they pushed each other through it and then wound up out there. But yeah, a lot of the stuff that I've seen guests do, I don't want to talk about here. So, next up, how many rides do you plan on getting with Toro this season? Like, would you try to reach a certain number? I'd like to finally crack 300. I came really close in 2023, but I didn't hit it. But I also want to enjoy the other stuff the park has, so I'm not sure if I'm going to do that. What about you, Sammy? You seem to be obsessed with your Toro ride all the time.
1,000!
As many as I can get. It's El Toro, LA.
What'd you have in 23?
I mean, I don't really count I don't usually count numbers. I only know the one day where I just kept riding it, and then I got the record.
116.
Yeah,
116.
I'm coming for it.
No, you're not.
Doubling it.
I didn't even make halfway yet, but I'm gonna try. Oh, I don't know.
How many times do we ride it on ERT?
What, for Thrillathon?
15.
Yeah, Thrillathon.
I rode 15,
Yeah, 15.
which for 1 hour is a lot.
I did 51 in the day.
Wait, that's
That's
30
my record.
cycles. If you ride for an hour, you have 15 rides, 2 trains, that's 30 cycles.
Yep.
Is that good, Sammy?
That's
That's
all
good.
right. It's all right.
Well, we had the one incident, there was a couple incidents where people were holding up the trains because they didn't get the seat they wanted, or they were stapled and they weren't happy, so that slowed it down a little
Oh
bit.
my god, enthusiast, bro.
Question for Aaron: Why do you work at the worst ride in the park?
Cause wait, I'm gonna dox myself if I say why.
Yeah, that's true.
No.
Because that's what they gave me. I don't know.
Dox
They
yourself.
thought Aaron looked like the Jersey Devils, so they figured they'd put him there to make
Oh my
it.
god!
It's because when he sticks his tongue out, he looks like the Jersey Devil.
Oh my god!
He's so mad.
Updated 2024 thoughts on what could replace the arena at Great Adventure. I still think a coaster should go there. I think
How
a
would you-
coaster would be really cool there.
How would you feel if they didn't replace the arena and they redid it like fully?
I think that would work too, as long as they keep up with it and they make that area built out a little more.
Could that be where they put their permanent hotel overlooking the?
It's not a big. It's the problem is you can't get there by car, so you have to park off site and then get shuttled over there.
I mean,
And
there's
think they want
technically
to-
a road back there, so if they rerouted the maintenance road and then made that the guest road and had a parking lot back there, you could do it.
But do you really want people driving through the park like that?
You'd be going around Ka.
I know, but you're still driving through the park.
You already have to do that to go park at Savannah Sunset, though.
Yes, but it's outside of the park. It's next to Ka. For this, you're going through that whole area in between the safari and Medusa. So,
That is true.
let's see. Will Flash have long lines?
Yes.
The fact that it doesn't have very high capacity, plus the fact that it's going to be brand new and that it's going to be at the front entrance, yeah. That's going to be the new ride to run to in the morning. Thankfully, the run's not too far, though. Aaron, who had more energy at Jersey Devil on the last day of the season? Sean or Mr. Toro?
Probably you, I'd say. He was. I mean, Mr. Toro wasn't riding Toro, so he wasn't happy.
He can only really reach max energy when he's on Toro.
Yeah.
When he does
Oh, yeah,
stretches
yeah.
before it starts.
When Six Flags and Cedar Fair merge, do you think Great Adventure will finally become the thrill park it was supposed to be? I think Great Adventure will be put in the same tier as Cedar Point and Kings Island in terms of importance for the company. So, yes. What rides would you repaint at Great Adventure? Green Lantern, Nitro, Runaway Train, King Ka. I think that's everything.
They should paint El Toro light brown like how it was the opening year.
That would be
They should
so
paint it
funny.
white in honor of Rolling Thunder.
Oh
No.
yeah, that too.
No.
I don't know if this question was asked. Do you think Mr. Six will be returning? No. No, I think that's gone, unfortunately. Salim said he's open to the idea, but as of right now, no. And I think that's going to stay the case. Nitro, Toro, and Ka are perfectly set up for double-sided lockers. Nitro doesn't need them, thankfully, but it is perfectly set up for them. And then Toro and Ka, of course, they have a really good setup for them.
He's just projecting.
Question for Sammy: how long have you been an operator at Great Adventure?
Since June of 2023.
Well, we might as well ask all the operators. Luke, how long have you been there?
This is a question for Sammy.
Last year, April 2022, Jersey Devil.
That's not last year.
Last year, 2022.
Last, whatever. The season before last one.
Yeah.
I got 2 years.
April 2023. Last year.
Oh, Sammy hit the horn.
Yeah, bringing it up.
Theme Park POV, Jack. Thank you. What is your favorite water fountain at the park?
Ugh.
I'd say my favorite one is the one right by the flash path before you turn right. That little water filling station right there. That is the best water fountain in the park
Yep.
because that has the water bottle fillers.
No, the El Toro one is the best one.
That's the one
hydration.
all the babies use.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's Olay.
You're weird.
Because it's H2 Olay.
Yeah.
Odd. Very odd. All right, let's see. Where were we? We did that. So we are here. I'll be so mad if the freestyle machines will be gone. Well, That happened before, so don't be surprised if it happens again. B&M stand-ups get surf trains. That will never happen because the
No.
B&M stand-up coasters were not designed with airtime in mind, and that's the main focus of the surf coasters. And quite honestly, if you put surf trains on a B&M stand-up, they would still be painful on your legs. It wouldn't change anything.
Now, if you put it on a hyper coaster,
That would be
different
something.
story.
You still feel it in the valleys, though.
Yeah, but like you get to bend with it, so it's not that bad.
What about like Nitro's Helix? That would
Yeah, you'd be dead by the
Yeah.
end of that.
What about the snap into the mid course?
that'd
So
be
you'd
awesome.
just, like,
That'd be
thrown up.
awesome.
You would die.
It would just be boom,
It would
boom.
be awesome, but yeah.
Your leg might swing over and hit the catwalk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just don't do that though.
Like that one coaster in Japan. Remember that?
Hot take. I don't think Fiesta Texas should get a wooden coaster because with Texas Stingray Switchback and Boardwalk Bullet that close, what kind of unique features can a Fiesta Woody bring? Well, you had Rattler, which used the quarry wall big time. I think it'd be cool if they did some kind of a tunnel element like what Rattler had, but on a bigger scale. Like maybe some crazy helix through the quarry wall that pops out at the bottom or something. I
That
think
would be
that'd
so much money.
Well, you got the
Yeah.
back quarry off of the boardwalk area, where there's a lot of elements that they could do. They could do a dig out. There's a couple of things that they could do.
They could do a wave turn up against the quarry wall and make it look like your hands are going to get chopped off by it. What happened to the Nitro repaint? Probably postponed to the 2024 offseason. I know I was a pretty big champion of it happening last year. It's going to happen eventually, but I personally would rather see stuff like Flash be built and the other 50th anniversary celebration things happen than Nitro get the repaint. It can wait till a year that's not as big and money heavy as this one.
Wait, if they're not gonna do it 2024, then shouldn't they wait until like 2026? Because isn't Nitro? Oh wait, when's Nitro turning?
2026 would be its 25th.
20 or no, 25. Nitro's
I mean,
turning.
I guess that would be nice, but they never really do anything huge for the anniversaries of the rides. Like I think in 2016 when everything had a big anniversary, Nitro just got that sign on the entrance and so did Toro. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right,
Question
I
for
see
Colin.
You're heading out?
No, I see a question we
Oh.
have to address. We
Oh,
have to address it sounds like Jersey Harlot's sister is going to be 7 months pregnant.
oh.
I don't
Yeah.
think she should get on any coasters.
No.
No.
I think she should
definitely
stay
would not.
far, far away,
That's
Yeah,
a crazy
no.
story.
or else
Yeah.
that kid's going to have drain damage.
Big time. Yeah, don't. El Toro's the last one you want to ride with a baby in there. And I'm pretty sure every ride
First
at the
one,
park also
Colin.
has the thing on the sign that says do not ride if you're pregnant. Let's see, where were we? We were nope, not there. We were here. I've been going to Great Adventure. I've been a pass holder at Great Adventure actually since 2008. My first visit to the park, I want to say was August 17th. I have it written on my brick, so I can't really think of it right now, but that was when it was in 2008. I still have the picture over there of my first ever ride on log flume when I was miniature sized.
Did anyone else in here get a brick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What does
Come on,
your
Aaron.
guys' say?
Oh, should I get one? Okay, I'll get one. Fine.
What
They
is your
dropped the
guys'?
price too.
Oh wait,
Oh,
wait. No. There you go.
I haven't paid Colin back for the Adventure Crossing ride yesterday, so here you go. Thank you, Jack. I appreciate that. Let's see. Where were we? We were here. Me and my buddy Evan met Sammy a couple times later in the season. He was super nice and working at Nitro with efficiency. Sammy acts like a supervisor at Nitro. I will say that. Every time I've seen him at Nitro, I see him pushing everyone to go as fast as they can, which I appreciate.
I think I do a pretty good job at it.
I'd say so.
You know, it's a lot when it comes from Colin.
Oh boy. The log ride takes up too much space, and Six Flags needs to remove it because they could put a new coaster there. I think it would make every great adventure historian lose it if they saw that. Log flume, they need to have a differentiation of ride types. You can't just have all coasters. If they got rid of the log flume, like in 2023, not having the log flume put a pretty big dent in the park's lineup of rides. You have to have a different and keep a balance of different rides in the park. And I think log flume really helps with that.
We were going down a path. Who got bricks? Everyone got bricks? -1?
What does yours say, Darius?
I'm getting one.
I have 2 bricks. Colin, what's yours say?
Mine says my name, Hollywood Studios, and then the date I first visited the park.
Mine says line 1 is for Kendall and Keegan, which is my son and daughter. And then second line, love Darius. And then third line is our kind of family motto, which is find a way or make one.
Nice.
Mine is my name, Great Adventure, or it's El Toro Ride Out 2023, and then it says up, and Olay, because that was kind of like my motto at El Toro.
You'll come back 20 years from now and think that is the stupidest thing you've ever done.
Yeah.
Sammy, thank you, Jangles, for the super chat. I don't want to know what that says. So
Bonjour, s'il vous plaît. Hello.
I know bonjour is hello. I don't know what the second part means. I don't want to say it.
It's fine, I think. I took French
good.
once.
Okay, well, whatever that is.
Je m'appelle. Yeah.
No idea how to pronounce that. Let's see.
It means I don't know.
If you please.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Wait, Colin, isn't it your birthday? Because everyone in the chat is saying happy birthday.
We are not near my birthday yet. I said earlier that the park opening on March 16th is the first time I can almost go to the park on my birthday. So I should give you a hint. Not yet.
Oh, they're still all saying happy birthday in the chat.
Yeah, well, I'm sure it's someone's birthday. So.
Happy birthday, Colin.
Yeah, thanks. What do you think is better, Jersey Devil or El Toro? El Toro.
Jersey Devil.
Hey!
El Toro by far.
Let Luke leave. Let Luke leave.
What about Batman?
Batman.
What about
The
Dark
whole
Knight?
chat is going
Why
happy
is-
birthday, Colin.
Everyone in the chat.
Oh wait, it's your birthday?
Wait, Colin, is your
Apparently.
birthday?
Is Built to Thrill getting a booth at IAPA this year?
I don't know.
Wait.
Stay tuned.
Wait,
Stay
is
tuned.
it?
Wait, Aaron, are we?
Where's that NDA?
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah, we didn't sign it yet, right?
We have a friendia. Come on.
How does that work?
It's under friendia. We're all friends. Talk.
Hunter.
What's up, Hunter? Hope you had a good trip. If I remember correctly, you were going to Disney, right? I'm pretty sure I remember you said. So I hope you had fun. Oh, you went to Universal too. Glad to hear you had a good time. Yeah, I got lucky when we went to Universal. Hagrid's was on virtual queue. So I think I rode it 8 times in one day at one point. I rode it like 16 times over the yeah. Because we just kept creating new virtual queues across all 4 of our phones. We got on 1 million times.
You guys should look at going to the Orlando Informer. Yeah, that's the best way to get those parks done.
I definitely have one of those on my bucket list in the future. That's for sure. We already kind of answered that. I think photos coming back to the park was really underrated by most people. I agree. The new photo system is really cool. It's definitely one of the best things they've done in recent memory in terms of like improving the park experience. I just feel like a lot of people don't really know about it. Like they haven't noticed that it's different. I do like the new setup though for getting the pictures. I just wish they would have a booth like they used to have with the old system where you could just go up and like scan a QR code and pick your pictures, because it's kind of irritating because I have to use my watch then and write down the numbers of the pictures, then go on my phone and add them. Just a little convoluted. I think that could be worked out a little bit, but for the other parks that don't have the locker policy, I'm sure it works perfectly.
I think that goes along with a question from earlier saying, "Oh, what are your things we're going to get for the 50th?" More rides with the photo pass.
Definitely. I think Jersey Devil is in desperate need of on-ride pictures.
Maybe.
So I think Batman is definitely going to get it.
Batman has the booth already, so
Yeah, I think that we're going to see it on Dark Knight. That also has the booth. What else has the booth that hasn't gotten
Joker
it yet?
used to. Well, no, Joker used to have a little shop at the end, but there's still that opening in the concrete they could put a little booth at.
I really don't know where they could put a camera on Joker though, besides maybe like
that Raven dive. You can't really predict that it's going to catch your face.
That's the thing. Maybe you could do it like as people are going up.
Oh, I think they could just do a video from the Raven dive, and then maybe a picture when you're going into the brake run or something.
Oh yeah, you could do that.
Should Great Adventure repurpose Skull Mountain by making it similar to Monster Mansion? That wouldn't fix the issue, though, that the building definitely could use a rebuild.
Could use a stick of dynamite. It's over.
Just throw it in the lake. Luke, what's your favorite ride you've operated?
El Toro.
Olay.
Good.
Olay. No, El Toro, always.
If you had to choose one flat from Knoebels to bring to Great Adventure, what would you pick? The
Flyers.
The Flyers. Definitely the Flyers. Great Adventure just needs any Flyers, so I'll pick the best ones.
I think Banger and Curve could throw a curveball in there.
Wow, what a great fun.
I didn't even need to do a pun. I was just like...
I rode the one at CGA, and I don't think that one runs at full speed, but it was still really good. So...
Oh, I rode the Kennywood one when that was there. That was crazy.
The max speed of them is what, like 70?
80.
How? Yes, we talked about this earlier. That would have been a much better decision than tearing it down.
I think the structure just wasn't even sound though for it.
No, they would have had to put. The problem is the cost that they would have had to pay for RMC and Rolling Thunder was basically the equivalent of buying a brand new coaster, which during the budget time of Six Flags was not really what they wanted. Let's see. Family Boomerang and BB&P would be really good. I agree. Only issue I have with that is the capacity issues. Kid coasters already have pretty bad capacity, which is usually okay, but a Family Boomerang I think would attract more than just kids. I think people that are a little older would want to ride it too. Like I think the one at Kings Island is probably going to struggle with long lines, just like Flying Ace already does. So we'll have to wait and see with that. Bring back Bugs Bunny Fun Factory. I strongly agree. I have a lot of memories from in there. That was one of the coolest things they had for kids back in the day. If you don't know what I'm talking about, in Seaport, pretty much right where Jersey Devil's station is, maybe a little more to the right, they had this giant dome building that was the Bugs Bunny Fun Factory. There was like foam balls in there you could throw at people. There was blasters in there you could shoot them at people. It was so much fun.
I do remember that.
So much fun. Let's see. Will Great Adventure ever get something like Full Throttle? I don't think they really need something like Full Throttle. It's basically just a miniature version of King Ka, obviously with different types of elements, but it accomplishes the same thing. So I don't think so. The Rose Bowl on Jersey Devil after the zero-G stall is so good. Definitely my favorite moment. See, I told you I'm not the only one that calls it the Rose Bowl.
Is your all Extreme Thrill Heaven though?
No, that is not. That is not.
I think that's like probably like a Zach alt or something.
Yeah.
Rate my top 5. Hagrid's Cosmic Rewind, Fury Toro Velocicoaster. Cosmic Rewind really intrigues me because I've not ridden it and I really, really want to ride it.
You have a really good number 1 and number 2. Just want to let you know that.
Toro and
I just got a text
Velocicoaster.
from Tom about the thing that was said in French. It means "if you please." It's pronounced "s'il vous plaît," apparently. Let's see. Next up, did you ride JDC when it opened? Is it better now that the mid-course doesn't? So Jersey Devil turned the mid-course off midway through its opening in 2021. I think around August or September, the mid-course was turned off. But what's interesting about Jersey Devil is that come like 2022, it started running faster than it ever did in 2021. When it first opened, it ran really slow. And as time went on, they made changes to it, and it just kept running faster and faster. It's still not as fast as Wonder Woman at Magic Mountain, but it's much faster than when it opened.
I always forget you've been on Wonder Woman at Magic Mountain.
It's better, but it's the same ride.
better.
It's smoother, it's a little faster, and the ending runs better. Let's see.
And it's the one coaster they have where they actually load fast.
Yes, well, they're forced to.
Yeah.
Although when I was there, they were still stopping every train at the end of the station, which was ridiculous. What coaster should Dollywood get for 2026? I think they should get a Mach Extreme Spinner. Or a hyper coaster.
What are they gonna get, or what do I want them to get?
Well, they got a pretty big war chest of money to work with from Hershin.
What they're gonna get, I think what just in my mind, what I think they are gonna get is gonna be a B&M dive coaster. But if I was to pick what they're gonna get, I would totally pick a Mach Extreme Spinner or a Mach Striker.
Mach Striker would be sick.
Yeah.
Next up,
Just in a helicopter right now.
it'd be cool for Great Adventure to have a permanent daytime show in the Showcase Theater. That could happen this year. We're gonna have to wait and see because, as far as I know, well, obviously we saw Frost did not happen in 2023's Holiday in the Park, and to me, that tells me that Unleashed and Frost might not return for 2024, and instead we'll get brand new shows, which I think would be great because Unleashed has been the same show with just different acts since 2018, and Frost, I think, was either 2018 or 2019, so it'd be nice to see a little refresh, and I think it'd be really great to see a show for the 50th anniversary throughout the summer. I don't think they would do one during the spring because that's the shoulder season anyway. It's not really that crowded, but something during the summer would be really cool. Who can do their safety spiels quicker, Sammy or Aaron? Well, I think the real question is who can do them faster and not sound like gibberish? Because Sammy can do it really fast, but it just sounds like he's saying nothing.
No. By the end of the season, I got really good.
Okay.
The real question is, whose ride do you actually spiel on?
Yeah, because you don't really do it, Jersey Devil.
All clear.
What do you mean? Get on my level,
Oh,
Yeah.
I
You're about to
on my
comment.
level, you're about to ride the Jersey Devil, and
bro.
don't even. What's yours? Up in Olay.
No. It's all right, Matadors. It's time to enter the bull ring. Enjoy your 188-foot tall drop from the top. You're on the Raging Bull Toro. Olay!
That's too long.
It's okay.
Bigger question.
It's 30 seconds before it starts up. So
Better question is, Sammy, how many times have you had to recheck Toro?
recheck Toro. What do you mean by that?
Because people haven't been
They're not verified.
verified.
Almost every cycle.
Yeah.
Luke can attest to this. I think it is rare that a full train is green.
On a crowded day, yeah.
It's insane. Top 5 worst coasters ever been on. Top 5 is a bit much, so I'll do worst. It's between Looping Star at Keensburg and Wildcat at Lake Compounds. Looping Star is a Pinfari Zyklon. It's something.
Wasn't it El Toro Ryan's 500th roller coaster?
Yes.
That one.
Which I'm surprised it took him that long to ride it.
Thuzy. Aaron knew that.
Sorry,
All right. Well, what's everyone else's worst coaster they've been on?
The one coaster at Casino Pier.
Oh, Pirates
I don't know what it's called. Yeah. That
Kitty
one's
Hawk at Carowinds.
terrible.
yes, Kitty Hawk.
Kitty Hawk is
Also,
fine.
this question is always asked every stream.
It is. Very
Oh, yeah.
popular question.
Yeah.
Darius, what's your worst? You probably have an interesting answer.
I think Shellraiser.
Wow.
What?
I I don't entirely
What?
disagree
Why?
because it destroys you. You can't ride it and then not come off with a headache.
Yeah, it is a bringer of pain. Like that thing is horrible.
What about you, Aaron?
Kitty Hawk at Carowinds.
Really?
Yep.
It
No.
sucks. It sucks. Have you been on it, Darius?
Yeah, it's the old stealth.
No, you're thinking Nighthawk.
Oh, Nighthawk, yeah. Kitty Hawk.
That's the little Vekoma Hang and Bang.
Yeah, that's up there. Oh no. What the hell was it called? It was at Magic Mountain, all the way in the back.
Oh,
It was
Z-Force.
Z-Force, definitely one of the worst. Z-Force.
That looked ridiculously bad. Can you please do a Playlands Castaway Cove update? So I live in central Jersey, which is not very close to Ocean City. So I don't think I'm going to drive down there and not ride anything there. So,
But if he gets a super chat for $50, then maybe.
well, I don't know. I still don't think I'm going to do that.
He would think about it though.
Maybe. Would your favorite roller coaster at BG Dubs? That would be Pantheon.
Pantheon.
Yeah.
Let's see. It's a lot of bickering in the chat here, people yelling at each other.
I gotta go look in the
I
comments.
drove by Cedar Point today, and it was very foggy and couldn't really see anything. Well, not surprising. It was very foggy at Great Adventure yesterday. I think we need a revival of Mr. Six marketing, but it's revealed that it's Little Six from that one commercial and that the OG Mr. Six died. Wow, that's dark. I didn't even know that there is a Little Six.
Well, no, there is a little six because there was like a video of like them dancing together.
I don't know. I think that marketing campaign, I love it, but I don't think it's suitable for the 2020s anymore. Unless they're able to turn it into some like stupid TikTok trend, I don't think it'd really work.
Well, they had that one commercial like on their Instagram like months upon months ago, and it was this guy it was asking some Mr. Six question. He was doing the Mr. Six dance.
Yeah, I do remember that.
And I was like, if this guy's the new Mr. Six, I'm gonna cry of tears of joy.
What is everyone's favorite top 3 parks in the U.S.?
Great Adventure Cedar Point and Dollywood. No, Hershey Park. Hershey Park.
Islands, Hershey Park, and not honorable mention PG Dub.
Oh. Cedar Point. Hershey
Doozy.
Park. Cedar Point's 1.
Yeah, Doozy.
2's Hershey Park. Wait, what's 3? I have no idea what 3 is. Great Adventure, I guess.
I'd say Cedar Point 3, Hershey Park 2, Great Adventure 1.
For me, I haven't really thought about this in a while, honestly. Silver Dollar City is still probably my favorite. I can't really rank the Universal parks separately because I see them as one kind of combined park. So I'd say Universal Orlando, both the parks, is definitely top 3. Number 3, it could go any way between like Hershey, either Busch Gardens Park, or Kings Island. Cedar Point, not anymore. It's too crowded there.
Yeah.
Rate my top 8. Lots of rating people's top lists here. 1, Phantom's Revenge. 2, Jersey Devil. 3, Steel Curtain. 4, Nitro. 5, Ka. 6, Phoenix. 7, Wildcat. Oh, there's a top 10. 7, Wildcat. 8, Skyrush. 9, Thunderbolt. 10, Rock and Roller Coaster. All right.
Well, I'm not looking at 9 and 10 because you said rate your top 8. But
I don't know why there's no Toro.
yeah, why is there no
Yeah.
Toro? There's
Maybe
some stuff I'm not
you
looking
can
at
get
the
to
rest
ride
of
it. Phantom should not be anywhere near number 1. Steel Curtain I haven't ridden, so I can't speak on. And Phoenix is not better than Wildcat or Skyrush. in my opinion. You're entitled to your opinions, of course.
Where's like Intamin on this list?
King
Dude, is
Dakar.
Skyrush getting a new
And Skyrush.
seating system?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah.
I wonder what that'll do for the ride, honestly.
No longer thigh crush.
See, but it doesn't. If you know how to ride it, it really doesn't crush your thighs.
Or if your legs are your size, Colin. My legs are like twice the
If you
size
just
of
like
yours.
sit forward in the seat.
If you just push the restraint up like this the whole ride, you're fine.
No more pencil diving though off the drop.
That's true.
That's
Well, if it
gonna
has
suck.
Velocicoaster restraints, you can still kind of do that.
It's a little harder. Because
It'll be a more bearable
You
ride,
can't get
though.
your knees out though.
True. What parks in the current Six Flags chain can benefit from having Railblazer, Six Flags America, or Six Flags St. Louis? Big time.
Yeah.
Before this year, I would have said Great Escape, but
They're getting
They
bought
win.
that now.
they win.
This might be a hot take, but I think Universal doesn't quite have enough, in my opinion. Once Epic opens, that'll change. I don't know. I mean, if you look at Universal with Islands Studios and Volcano Bay plus City Walk, I think there's a lot to do already. And Epic is going to totally change everything, obviously. But
I low-key
Volcano
see what he's
Bay-
talking about though.
yeah,
Yeah.
Volcano Bay is something, to me, I can't go to Universal and not do Volcano Bay because it's that good. That you need to give yourself a day for that.
I mean, let's get this part out. It's better than Disney.
Yes, in my
I mean,
opinion.
you gotta really put some work in to get good rides in on Disney. You gotta go park hop and plan everything perfectly.
Definitely. A lot more arguing.
Colin, what's that line going in the chat?
Oh yeah, the line is going to go in the chat at 10:05. Well, no, that's not enough time. 10:06. You got 2 minutes to put a question in before no more questions are accepted. How can guests with the Six Flags Photo Pass get their on-ride photos or videos? Aren't the photo booths always closed? So they're not always closed. I'm pretty sure they're always open now. So you just go up to the booth, and there's a couple ways you can do it. You can go up to a person that's behind the counter, tell them where you were sitting or your photo number. They'll pull it up, and you can scan your QR code associated with your account. There's also a way that you can just enter the code on the website itself and download them from there. And I think there's another way you can do it, but I can't think of it right now. Oh, you can scan the QR code that's actually next to your picture, and that's another way you could get it. Buy or sell. The Great American Road Race is removed within the next 5 years. I'm going to say something in the middle because I think it's going to get converted to electric go-karts like they did at Magic Mountain in Fiesta, Texas. I think
I
Great
agree.
Adventure's the next park to get that. And that'll actually make them much better because right now, the gas-powered ones, well, for one, obviously they use gas, which is not great, and they're not consistent. Some of them are much faster than others. When they're electric, the speed is controlled by the computer, so they can all be set at the same exact speed. Let's see. What do you think the odds are that there will be a new coaster for Great Adventure? in
Colin, it is
2025
10:06.
2020, I know. 2025 to 2026 in the plot of the arena. I think there will definitely be a new coaster in that time frame. As for where, it can be anywhere. I think it will be in the arena. I could be wrong though, but like I've been saying for the past year now, Flash is not the end all be all of new coasters for the park. They're definitely getting something new very soon.
Guilty pleasure coaster.
What?
What's our guilty pleasure coaster?
Guilty pleasure coaster.
Like
Jersey
you're almost
Devil.
embarrassed to say what
It
you want.
was Jersey Devil for me. It was. Honestly, probably Cop now. 2023, I wrote it so much.
I'm gonna say Pipeline. I wrote it 27 times
Whoa.
in a day.
My guilty pleasure ride, though, is Justice League.
Oh, we know that.
Yeah, we know what you're
We
doing.
know
Runner?
that.
I never get the chance to ride Storm Runner enough because it's always got a long line.
Yeah.
My guilty pleasure coaster puts like a smile on my face anytime I can get on it. It's far as hell. Thunder Dolphin.
That's an interesting one.
Like, when else can you ride a roller coaster on top of a building in the middle
Yeah.
of Japan?
Have you ridden it with those weird new trains that have like the windows on the side?
I've not been on it since they put the safety cars on.
Okay. For me, it's for Bolton. I don't know.
That's
It's just
fair.
yeah, good ride.
Next up, Theme Park Maniacs visited Great Adventure countless times from 2013 to 2015 until his death in October of 15. I had the opportunity to meet Kevin quite a few times going to Great Adventure. He's a really nice guy, and he ran a great YouTube channel. It was really unfortunate when he passed away, but if you want to see a lot of older Great Adventure content from before I was doing anything, and I think maybe even before Sean O'Leary was doing anything, they have quite a bit on their channel. Let's see. What is something people do at parks that annoys you? I think Sammy could probably answer this for me.
But there's a lot of things that annoy you, Colin. Like I don't know what you're trying to get me to point out here. People walking too slow because all I hear is Colin go, "Ugh."
If I'm in a queue line and then there's someone that's like walking not even at a mile per hour, I get a little annoyed. But
a little, that's an understatement.
I think the most annoying thing is when like 10 people are walking 10 wide.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a big one. What is something that annoys me? The basketballs.
Yeah. Stopping in the middle of a pathway too.
Yeah.
Oh, phones.
Oh, literally.
Yeah.
It's a lot of
when
things.
Colin got domed by a phone on El Toro.
Yeah.
I still can't believe that happened.
Row 17.
Don't take your phones on rides.
You heard it here first.
I was on the staircase where the fight happened between Nitro and Batman, saw the whole thing. Then you might be in Sean's video if you were on the staircase because he was filming from like right there.
Yeah.
Colin, you still have the Mr. Six doll. I do still have it. I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to use it in a video, but it will happen eventually.
Kind of looks like you.
It does look like me, doesn't it? Right now, yeah. The glasses and everything. Let's see. Sammy is messy.
What?
That's out of pocket.
My bed is made. You have these nice pictures on the wall in the back.
Sammy, your bed is not made. You just have a blanket on the bed with a bunch of stuff underneath.
Okay, it's just other blankets underneath because I get cold.
All right.
Like, what do you want me to say?
I'm with Harlot. And you got a San Francisco 49ers chair? What's going on with that?
No, actually, it's Six Flags.
Okay.
But no, the actual story of that is I saw a couple of things about that in the chat. No, it's actually a massage gaming chair and it was really cheap. But it had
that's why.
It
really
had
cheap.
the San Francisco 49er logo on it. But I was like, it's cool.
GRL coasters. What the heck?
Oh wow. Wow. That's rough. That's rough.
I think we have
to remove that one.
Aaron's been getting too much hate today.
What?
Tell me if you want me to turn my camera off.
Wow. All right. Moving on. Let's hope we don't have Aaron catching any strays anymore. What are some of the worst meals you've had at an amusement park?
Oh my God. Bad chicken tenders at Great Adventure.
Nothing at Great Adventure, that's for sure for me.
She said just kidding in the chat.
Well,
Good.
good.
I don't even understand how you guys eat Fat Burger. I'm just going to throw it down.
It used to be really good. It used to be. Now it's just like the other burgers.
But you did change my life, taking me to whatever the Mama, whatever it's
Mama
called.
Flores, yeah.
Mama Flores cheesesteak, best food in Great Adventure.
I agree. That's why I was kind of upset that it wasn't open for Holiday in the Park.
Yeah. But yeah, Fat Burger.
Let's see.
I love how Aaron's getting all the slander, and then Jack in the chat goes, "Can we chill on Sammy? I know he's ugly, but he doesn't deserve."
Wait, before we move from the bad food, has anyone had Skyline Chili at Kings Island?
I know it's there, but I don't eat it.
Oh, it's like day old White Castle. Not
Isn't
a
it
good
like really
idea.
popular in Cincinnati in general?
It is, but it's like I don't know. I would not call it chili. It's
I mean,
like
if you're going to Kings
ground
Island,
beef.
you're trying to find good food, you go to Tom and Chi. Like, I don't know what the.
You go to Tom and Chi, and you go to the brew house across from Mystic Timbers.
Yeah.
I
Those are the two
agree.
best places.
And you get some
Skyline
blue ice
Chili's-
cream.
Yes.
Skyline chili is like ground beef with ketchup and something added to it. It's not good.
Would you like to see the back of King Dakar train backwards? I don't think
Yes.
you would survive that,
Well,
but
yeah.
I would
Yes.
love to try it.
I'd do it.
would like to see it.
I'd love to see Toro's back car backwards. That's what I would like to
Yeah.
Would it be an upcharge?
see. Yeah, just make people wait.
It would be so
Confuse
annoying
these
to
wait.
deal with that as like an operator.
That'd be a mess.
Kaz last seat backwards sounds like a hospital trip.
On
Sounds
top of the fact that the
amazing.
back is usually the roughest seat on the ride, you'd probably get destroyed. Let's see. What happened to Nitro's roar? It's hard to hear. It never really had much of a roar. It's always been like more of a moan than a roar.
Medusa has the roar.
Yeah. And Batman has like in between a moan and a roar.
Is Nitro sand filled and Medusa's not?
Medusa definitely is not. And I
Yeah.
don't think Lantern is either. I think Nitro might be, but it's not like super
No.
quiet either.
Medusa, they went from nylon to polyurethane on the wheel, so it's a completely different sound now.
Mm.
Because it's better for the track, and it like the wheel service life
Well,
is
that's
much
fair.
longer.
Yeah.
But it's just too loud now. They're trying to fix it though.
When will Colin become a ride op?
Yeah,
Not for Great Adventure. And the reason I say that is because if I do work for the park, this pretty much has to stop, which I don't want to happen. So I would definitely take up a ride op job at a different park. The opportunity hasn't really presented itself. I definitely want a ride op at some point. I want
No,
to do
you
more
did
than
for
a
Shadow
side op
Stalker.
at Shadow Stalker. Yeah.
Shadow Stalker side op.
Sammy,
You should
can
go to American Dream and take over Shellraiser.
I don't think I want to
Yay.
deal with that whole mess of roads up there every day.
Colin,
It's
you can
not
do
fun to
Expedition
drive.
Equinox.
I'll be a ride up on Expedition Equinox. There you go. Let me scroll past all these happy birthday messages.
Happy
birthday. Why don't you
birthday,
thank
Colin.
everyone who said happy birthday?
What present can you get me? Watch the videos. I don't know. Ooh,
Yeah,
ooh. Did Aaron leave his statue at Jersey Devil to join the stream? That's rough.
Why did that take
Man,
me a second?
This is
Why-
a
why
rough
am I not-
crowd.
Wait, why am I not getting
Wow.
Oh my god.
this? Oh my god, I got it. It took me a minute.
Jesus. Guys.
Poor Aaron, man. Oh my god.
I was like being mean.
This is the best stream.
Think about this for 1 minute. If Sammy was Great Adventure Park president, how do you think it will go down? And will he get fired within 1 year after renaming Tango to Sammy Spinning Boats?
I think the only person I've ever heard call it Sammy Spinning Boats is you. So unfortunately, if you were park president, I do think you'd be fired. But me, I think I do a pretty darn good job.
I think Sammy would be the first park president to try and build his own coaster.
I would.
Yes.
Shadow Stalker's Revenge.
Why did they remove the glasses from Justice League? Because now it's better. And the glasses were probably a hassle to constantly sanitize, so. Let's see. I'm never going on Justice League because I don't like those rides. I would at least try it once. I mean, you're not going to enjoy it as much as someone that rides it all the time because we know the secrets and are always going for high scores, but it's still a cool ride regardless. It's not what you would expect from Six Flags, even with some of the effects that don't always work. Like, it's still a really high quality ride. Let's see. Lots of arguing in the chat. What's the worst thing about Great Adventure?
Aaron at Jersey Devil.
Sammy at
I don't know. I mean, it's not. It's in a really good spot because it's in the middle of the woods, so there's like not like bad infrastructure around it or anything. The coasters are great. I mean, there's a few too many clones, but it's all right. They're good. The worst thing about Great Adventure is Superman.
No, it's the guests. That's no offense.
That's every park though.
I feel like Great Adventure has it like worse.
I think the worst thing about Great Adventure is they don't use the lake at all.
That's true.
I'd love to see them put like a World of Color like show on the lake. That'd be so cool.
I'd love to see the park expanded to the other side of the lake at some point in the future. But
Or
I know
a
it's
second
wetlands.
park.
I know it's wetlands and they can't really do that, but it'd still be cool.
A second park behind the lake.
That would be cool. The park layout is a little weird, Jason. I will agree. It's a little odd because it's really like open and not really like with individual paths on the side of Nitro. And then when you go towards Toro and Ka, it's like one straight shot that brings you to a dead end pretty much. Let's see. Question for everyone. You're Great Adventure Park president for one season. You're allowed to spend $100 million before leaving. What are you adding to the park? That's a great question. I'll let you guys go first.
I'd put Falcon's Flight in, but right after the 500-foot air tunnel, a really low to the ground Mosasaurus roll, and then continue the rest of the layout. But yeah.
Big intimate steel coaster, big RMC hybrid, better than Jersey Devil. Other than that,
I thought you loved Jersey Devil.
Jersey Devil's good, but like Wildcat's better. So if we could get like a bigger version of Wildcat,
It's because Aaron's there, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
hate that guy.
Yeah, so I want to permanently ban Luke, Sammy, Colin. Who else is GRL coasters? Yeah, permanently ban those guys probably.
ZM Staple.
Oh yeah, ZM Staple. Like, oh my god, those guys can just get out of here. Coasters, probably tear down all towards, make Sammy mad.
What? What is wrong with you? Kick him out. Kick him out before he can say anything else.
Oh no, I'm leaving. Oh no. I'm back. Okay, yeah, that's yeah.
I'm tearing down Lantern, and I'm putting up either an X2 clone, or something that's worthy of that plot of land. I'm giving us some type of really nice sky ride, and all the way back where the stadium was, I am putting in a Giga.
I forgot about that.
So I would first look at every area of the park and give it all enhanced theming. So basically retheme the whole park, but keep the themes that are already there. Fix the entrance up a little bit. Then I would scrap Superman. I would put maybe an Axis there. I would put a Mach Extreme spinner in the plot of Skull Mountain and have it run towards Joker and move all those rides. I would put a Rolling Thunder Reborn RMC where Rolling Thunder was, and I'd either put a Giga or a Vekoma tilt coaster.
You're over your budget, sir.
Arena is. No,
I was gonna say that.
It's like $25 million a coaster, Colin. You just named 7.
Don't worry
and you
about it.
didn't put one family coaster in there. You just took out like 3 family coasters, and you're like, we're just gonna give them all thrill.
And we got rid of Superman too, so that's 2.
Bro hates Magic Mountain, yet just tried to make us Magic Mountain.
Magic Mountain doesn't have an Axis, an Extreme Spinner, a Giga, or a tilt coaster. So
yeah, but you put in 1 million coasters in one park.
They have X2 though. Who's been on X2? Do you guys like it? Okay,
it's great.
First ride, I was not impressed. Second ride, which was my outside seat ride, the second ride was way better.
Yes,
I don't like the inside seat. It's too tame. Bugs Bunny Fun Factory is still on Google Maps. I'm not surprised at all.
Who cares?
This is something I do want to talk about. So for those of you that don't know, Great Adventure History obviously is a very, very great site. It has basically all of the history about Great Adventure in one place. And the founder of the site, Harry, unfortunately passed away. So the site is kind of in a weird state right now. I don't know what's going to happen to it going forward, but more importantly is the fact that Harry passed away, which is a really, really sad moment. He did a lot for the park. He was in charge of the Great Adventure History Museum for the 40th anniversary. I believe that was in 2014. They did a really good job with that. And of course, he's put so much work into keeping track of everything that's happened at the park for its entire lifetime. So send him your best wishes.
Are the forms closing?
The forms, I mean, as far as I know, they're still going to be open. I don't know who's going to take over running it. So we're just going to have to wait and see with that. But I do hope the site keeps going and it doesn't die. I'm sure someone will step up and wind up running it in his place. But yeah, that's a very unfortunate development that's come out recently. Let's see. Do any of you have SeaWorld Parks passes? I have the Platinum Pass.
I don't have anything.
I have the Great Adventure employee benefits, and that's it.
Oh, right. For Sesame.
That's more than enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see the video of the guy climbing King Ka around New Year's Day? So that video is actually old because you can see that Medusa still has the Bizarro color scheme. So I have no idea when he filmed that or whoever filmed it. But definitely not great that he did that or whoever did it. Not a smart idea.
I think it's from 2018 because you can see like El Diablo.
Couldn't you see
And
that Jersey Devil
Cyborg's
wasn't built
in there.
yet?
Yeah, and Jersey Devil's not there.
Cyborg's in there though, so
So that's 2018.
yeah.
But El Diablo was removed during like November, December of 2018. So they must have done it like during Fright Fest or something.
Yeah.
Or summer.
Yeah.
Let's see. What is a spiel? Sam, you want to explain?
A spiel is like it's basically when you're always talking to the guests as an operator, or if you're like, I know at King Ka, technically it's not the operator, it's the attendant spieling. But basically it's just when you're always talking to the guests. So it's like seatbelts first, lap bar second, that's a spiel. Or like, unfortunately, we're currently experiencing a minor delay in operations, like that's a spiel.
Sammy has perfected the art of the spiel, apparently.
Yes. Unlike Aaron. Get on my level because we're to conk with the Jersey
That's
Devil.
not even
Or
right.
Aaron.
Bro.
Aaron, I just want you to know I don't like you.
Oh, Jingle's back top.
Jingle's back top.
Hey,
Wow.
wait, where do you live again? 21.
Wildcat at Lake Compounds hurts my head just thinking about it. Thankfully, it's getting fixed. Yes, it's getting a full GC gravity group retract, so that should definitely make it not my least favorite coaster. Oh yeah, Hellcat at Clementon, I completely forgot about that. Ride's brutal. It's fun, but it destroys you. But I haven't ridden it in 7 years, so.
I liked it last time I rode it.
Let's see. They should bring back Pretty Monster to Great Adventure. I forget. Was that the monster ride? Like what they have at Dorney? I forget what model that was. And I know it opened with the park though.
Someone put 100%. So I think it's yes.
Okay. Let's see. Hang and bang, yes, meaning that you're hanging below the track and you bang your head against the over-the-shoulder restraints constantly. Does Green Lantern hurt your legs?
No.
Depends on who you are. Not that bad for me, but you do feel it.
Only if your name is Darius.
No, it only hurts my
Or
head.
Luke.
Hurts my head.
Let's see.
What did I do to you?
Great Adventure Q. What's up, David? Thank you for joining the stream. What's your top 5 overrated coasters? I'll do most overrated coaster, which, well, it's kind of a tie between two. It's Voyage and Phantom's Revenge.
Steel Vengeance.
Fury.
Ooh.
Wait. I definitely have one.
Fury's definitely overrated.
Maverick.
Oh,
Maverick's
no.
literally
No.
like my number 3.
No.
Well, it's my number
You're just mad.
14.
You're just mad because
Yeah.
everyone doesn't like you in the chat.
Oh yeah, I've been that
The more reasons not to.
2 years ago. Oh man, I was so mad when I wrote it. Yeah.
Pandemonium.
Yeah, Candemonium's
Um,
not like phenomenal, but it's not terrible.
I
Wildcats
think
are. I'm just kidding.
Nitros.
Yeah, Wildcats are
I
very.
mean,
Honestly.
No. Hate that ride.
Not even top 4 coaster for me.
wow.
Not even top 2.
That's wild.
You guys are just trying to be controversial.
I agree. Any of you going to East Coaster or the Iron Menace construction tour? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, me
Yeah.
and Timmy. Wait, Connor, are you coming to the Iron Menace construction tour?
I will be there.
What time?
You'll find out on the day.
Okay.
Next up, rate my top 5. 5, Superman. 4, Joker. 3, Green Lantern. 2, Runaway Train. 1, Little Devil. I like 4 through 1. I don't like number 5.
I mean, yeah. Okay, that's pretty good.
I mean, Runaway Mine Train.
I love
That's
that.
the only thing I can find redeeming on the list.
Green Lantern's on the list. What are you talking about?
Joker's
Oh.
Full is
Oh.
1. That's like perfect.
Colin, you know my situation with Joker. When I'm on Joker, it doesn't flip.
That's true.
Whenever me and Colin go together, we get like a million flips in a row.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
If I get on Joker, it doesn't flip.
My favorite invert, I guess Alpengeist. I feel like Montu and Alpengeist both are a little overrated, and they are the two best.
Yeah.
Them and Afterburn, but they're a little overrated. I do like Flight Deck at CGA a lot, and Silver Bullet at Knott's shocked me. It was super good.
Silver Bullet at Knott's. It's no longer there, but Dueling Dragons.
Mm.
Dueling Dragons was one of the best inverts I've ever been on. Did you guys actually get on it? I hear the hums, but
Never even saw it.
okay. So, I mean, you guys know it had the opposing loops in it. I mean, it was just an awesome layout.
Oh, wait. Like, did you ride it when it was dueling? So, like, it was
Yeah.
like peak? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I see that. Oh.
This is a mean question right here. Luke,
Is it,
brace yourself.
Yeah.
Who are you and why should I care about you?
I'm No Limits Luke. I don't know.
Exactly.
I thought you had limits though.
I have 3 to 4 limits.
3 to 4 limits.
Janelle,
it.
I'm with you on that. You should just be able to get on it and enjoy it.
It's fair.
Say no to Thigh Crusher.
It's fair. Who's going as a visitor on opening day? Well, I'm always a visitor.
I'll either be working or I'll be there. I don't.
Well, yeah, right? We're going to be there.
One of the two.
I won't be there.
And Sammy's so cool because he's going to Universal.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
gonna
Oh,
go
I
there.
hang out with Upstart Media. And
I'm not even hanging out with him.
okay.
It's a school
If you
trip.
could ride one ride at Great Adventure over and over, what would it be? I'm not going to give the obvious answer. I'm going to say King Ka.
Honestly,
I think it's a good one to just
that's a good one.
keep doing.
It's running
What's
good.
wrong with
It's running
you, El Toro?
When it's running on
Yeah.
boost mode.
Yes. What about Boost Mode Car?
Boost mode Ka.
Yes, and
for
sticking
sure.
one hand up and the other hand out.
You ride like this.
You're leaking.
It's not leaking because you need everybody to do it.
What if Jay's watching?
I actually say
He's
Cobb,
not watching.
and then my second one would be Zumanjaro.
Zumanjaro
I
gets old after a while. I had to ride it a lot at the beginning of 2023, and it did get old eventually.
Nitro?
I feel like it's not intense enough.
Maybe during holiday.
Hmm. You think the Beast at Kings Island will get RMC'd? Never.
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 That would be like RMCing the Cyclone in Coney Island.
Yeah.
Someone would get murdered.
Yeah, that would not end well.
Unless it like catches on fire and they have to.
You think BBMP should get an expansion like what Fiesta is doing for DC Universe?
Yeah,
I
because
feel like
Luke's
there's
gonna
not
be
enough
soup in there.
room. There's not enough room to expand BBMP.
No, I'm not.
Luke's soup in there. So
It's
that
going to
way-
be Evan Fontana. I'm going to be at Jersey Devil with Eric Fontana and Eric G.
No, Eric Fontaine, I can't go there because of David.
No, David's 270.
David.
Oh, David is 270.
All right, enough employee talk. Moving on to the next question. Colin,
we
help me
leaking?
understand what
Wait,
is
this is
the
the last
refill
question.
thing?
Oh.
Well, there's one or two I do want to do that it's after.
Oh my God,
They are
Colin.
good. They still sent it at 10:06, so they're okay. So basically, I don't remember what kind of cup you have, Brian, but if you have the red plastic cup from your membership, that is no longer valid at all. If you have that metal tumbler that I use, the one that says the membership stuff on it, that one you can still use in 2024, but you have to get a sticker for it that's going to have a QR code, and you scan that QR code every time you get a drink. And they might put like a cool down timer in between refills. They said they might. The other option is you can redeem your coupon that you have as long as you have drinks on your pass to get a new orange 2024 cup. And that would replace your metal tumbler if you have one. And that's what you would use to get refills from that point forward. Hopefully I explained it right.
Which one are you getting, Colin?
I like the tumbler a lot, but at the same time, I feel like the orange cup might be better just for ease of use because the tumbler doesn't really like stand up easily. It's always getting knocked over.
I'm a little nervous there could be issues using the tumbler at the end of this year because they're trying to phase them out.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, yeah, now you can't use it after the certain date.
And I also do want to have the 2024 cup just for
Yeah.
collecting purposes. So, Great Adventure Ride Ops. If you didn't work at Great Adventure, what park would you work at, not counting the distance from where you live?
That's a good
Universal.
question. Yeah, I'd like to work Velocicoaster, but if we're
Yeah.
talking like international, like once Voltron opens, put me on Voltron, bro.
I want to work like Hyperion.
Edge and Nika.
Ejanika.
Yeah, just like
Dudodampa, because you have to do the Dudodampa dance.
is that even
If
open?
it ever reopens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How are you gonna get trained there?
All right, it looks like the final thing from the chat, Luke is a WJDC/Nitro/Toro operator. There you go.
Yeah. Almost the big four. Just missing
Almost.
King Nika. And also Dark Knight, but that's not. I don't talk about that very much.
Well, with that being said, that is going to conclude tonight's stream. I want to thank you all for tuning in. It's a good stream. Had a lot of good topics. I'm going to let you all plug yourselves one last time before we end off, starting with Sammy and then going down the line.
It's been real, guys. Sammy from Built to Thrill. Catch us with the Equinox updates and future coasters.
Yeah. I have a new video coming out tomorrow on my channel, No Limits Luke. I also have Instagram. I don't know.
I'm Aaron Jersey. I mean, Aaron, the Jersey Devil Aaron. Operator.
Dox himself.
No, wait. They wouldn't know if you didn't say anything. They wouldn't know if you didn't say anything. They wouldn't know if you said anything. They wouldn't.
Chat, is my
Aaron
mic
Jersey
on?
Devil.
Yeah.
I
his middle name.
It was the Jersey Devil Aaron.
When he has a kid, his name is going to be Lil Devil.
Yeah. Only for when he's a kid, though.
Darius.
I'm nerdy by nature on Instagram. I'm hitting all of the Colorado mountain coasters in the next week, so I'll be posting those.
Check out all their
In the
Instagrams
snow.
and YouTubes. Stay tuned tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. In 11 and a half hours. The first off-season vlog will be releasing from Adventure Crossing, so if you're interested in checking that out, be sure to stay tuned for that. But with that being said, that is the end of the stream. If you guys enjoyed, be sure to subscribe to Hollywood Studios, and I'll see you all